perfect. He's a power puncher. The kid got dynamite in his hands, and he showed his power.
That quickly, that early. Good stoppage by the referee.
That's it.
The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. Make some noise if you are
From the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California, about an hour east of downtown Los Angeles, the headquarters for Golden Boy Promotions. It's time for Rocha Curiel Fight Night. Oh, it's going to be action-packed inside the arena. Back here ringside, Beth Duran alongside Gabe Rosado, who I thought was retired, but he might not be, but we'll talk about that later on. Gabe, tonight we're going to have 11 fights as Golden Boy closes out 2024. And here on the YouTube portion, you'll be able to see 6 of them. We're about 10 minutes away from the first fight making their way to the ring. You're going to see 6 of them here on YouTube. Then at 5 o'clock on the DAZN app, make sure you have the DAZN app. You'll get Todd Grisham, Sergio Mora, and Chris Mannix at 5 o'clock. Get 5 there. But of course, the main event, Rocha and Curiel. Gabe, you know those fighters well. Let's go straight to it. Yeah. Rocha Curiel, we were talking about it before we went on the air. That's going to be the fight like, oh, don't miss it, right?
Yeah, it's the perfect fight to close the show, close the year. Yeah. Curiel, he's relentless. Man, he's gonna really test Rocha, and Rocha has to be at his best boxing and using angles.
Yeah, it'll be in the welterweight division. Curiel, undefeated, trains at Wildcard Gym with Freddie Roach. He's a 2016 Mexican Olympian. Let's start talking about Curiel right now. Yeah. You know him, having been in the gym with him. This is a kid who's been asking for this opportunity, and when you're asking for it and you finally get it, this is the biggest stage of his career.
Absolutely. I've seen him grinding at Wildcard constantly, waiting, being upset, but he's patient and he's always in the gym. He's always working. So right now the opportunity has come for him to show the world what he's about. And I know how he is, man. He's so determined and happy to get this opportunity. So that's why you're going to see an action-packed fight from Curiel.
15-0, 13 KOs, Raul Curiel. And his main opponent tonight is going to be Alexis Rocha. Rocha, 25-2. He's been to the bigger stages. He's had the big fights. He lost to Rashidi Ellis, got knocked out by Giovanni Santiago in a fight that he was the favorite in Eliminator. He's building himself back up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's building himself back up, and I like what I see. He's boxing. He's not making the mistakes that he made in the Santiago fight, where he stood in the pocket too long. Now you see him working angles, pushing guys out, creating opportunities where he's hitting guys on the blind side. So those losses are fights that he learned from. So he's actually a better fighter now. So Rocha, that's the kind of style he needs to beat Curiel tonight.
And we'll be talking about that all night long. As I said, 11 fights coming your way. Let's look at the fight card. Brought to you here by Golden Boy Promotions in Ontario, California. So the prelims, you're going to see young man from Amarillo, Texas, Javier Mesa, making his pro debut against David Music in his second fight. Fabian Guzman out of Santana, California, TKO Boxing at Orange, California. 5-0, 5 KOs. He takes on Travis Floyd from Atlanta, who has 17 pro fights. El Americano, Joshua Garcia, changed trainers. He's now with Joel Diaz. He's 9-0, 4 KOs, taking on Uhlices Avelino-Reyes, who lives in Omaha, Nebraska. El Terror from Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico, Gael Cabrera, who Golden Boy signed. They moved him along nicely. This kid comes in and he throws a bunch of punches, 5-0, 3 KOs against the veteran Filipino Garen Diagan, who once battled for a world title. He's in a different weight class now. The co-feature is going to be a good one. Ricardo Rubalcaba, 12-0-1, who has 10 KOs. He takes on San Diego's Javin Shoyet, who is 10-1 with 8 KOs. And Javin is coming here with an anticipation of being the upset-minded, as Rubalcaba is now training with Freddie Roach. And then our main event here on the YouTube portion, Jorge Chavez, who is 12-0 with 8 KOs, taking on Ruben Casero, making his U.S. debut, the veteran of 15 fights from Uruguay. So that'll be our prelim fight card. All right, on the main broadcast at 5 o'clock on DAZN, you're going to see Victor Morales back at the ring. Had an injury. Get back in there. He's taking on Ivan Guardado. Guardado is from Ensenada, Mexico. He's 16-2. The women will go at it. Former champion Marlena Sparks against Arely Muciño. A lot on the line in the super flyweight division. And then back in the ring, Scrappy Ramirez battled and he lost. He said he got that humble pie, but it's now redemption season for Scrappy against undefeated Efraim Bowie from Houston, Texas, and those two got into it. The super welterweight co-main, Charles Bad News Conwell, 20-0, 15 KOs, taking on Argentina's Gerardo Vergara, who's 20-0, 13 KOs. Somebody's getting knocked out of that one. And of course, the main event, Rocha and Curiel. That'll be coming up later on the night on DAZN. All right, Gabe, let's start talking about these young fighters. When you're getting here, when you're getting to the main event, Alexis, Rocha, Curiel, you got to start somewhere. So we're going to see 6 fighters on the YouTube portion. The arena's filling up a little bit, but these young fighters, it's forget about the outside stuff, put on a show, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's take advantage of the opportunity. You got the big guys watching, so you want to impress the fans and you want to impress the people that put you in position to get these fights.
And the good part about this on the Golden Boy Fight Night, the development series that we have on Thursday nights where Gabe and I work at Fancy Springs or Commerce, wherever we may be, it's about getting your way and getting your reps and moving on up to where you can become the main event. It's not easy, Gabe. It's the best advice you'd have for these young fighters.
You know, the best advice is pretend that you are the main event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put on that kind of performance. You know, just because it's the undercard doesn't mean anything. Put on a show, impress the fans, and you'll be right back on.
And now with the YouTube technology, everybody can watch the fight all over the world. You got fans and you can put on a show. Not like when you were back at the Blue Horizon trying to figure out if you're going to get paid.
Yeah, you know, I was fighting in high school arenas with like 500 people there or maybe less. But, you know, these guys have an opportunity to showcase their skills and people are watching on YouTube, Golden Boy, so it's a great platform.
Oscar De La Hoya and President Eric Gomez built these young fighters up. Raul Curiel is a fighter who was fighting at the clubs, the Velascos, the Indios, everything else. He wanted an opportunity to be the main event. Alexis Rocha signed to Golden Boy. He was fighting outside, also developed through the club series, now the main event. So they knew that eventually this was going to happen. And yesterday at the weigh-ins, you know, they said it was business. And then it got a little chippy. Let's look at what it looked like at yesterday's weigh-in. Thursday at the press conference, Gabe, they both said, oh, it's business, it's business, it's business. But once you get a weigh-in day, forget about it, right?
Yeah, you know what? All that goes away, man. I think these guys respect each other. But the thing is, when fighters respect each other, it's because they know how dangerous they are. You know, Rocha knows this Curiel could beat him, and Curiel knows Rocha could beat him. So the intensity, it just gets magnified at the weigh-in.
And the belt that Rocha has is the NABO, NABF. It's one of those regional belts that helps you get into the rankings, something that Curiel wants to get in there. Look at Lex with that extra stare down. That's not usually him.
And you know what? I like that. I like that attitude from Alexis because, you know, like you said, he's not like that. But he knows the importance of this fight. So that's why he's in his game right now, man.
Hey, Lex even said at the press conference on Thursday, he's not on my level. And I said, why? He said, because he's not. Like, I'm like, okay, I got to be careful because you did sit down with them where you had him in the Golden Boy studios and you watch it. By the way, go back and check that out on the Golden Boy YouTube page. Gabe was the moderator right there, but you can feel the intensity.
Well, by Rocha saying that he's not on my level, that lets me believe that he's going to be more in the pocket.
Oh,
because if he believes that Curiel's not on this level, then I don't see him possibly moving around and giving Curiel that kind of respect. I would then expect him to be more in the pocket and bang with Curiel.
We'll talk about that later on. We got some special guests coming to join us. Golden Boy hot prospect Joel Iriarte is going to join us for the first 3 fights. And then Darius Fulgham, also Golden Boy prospect, will join us for the last couple. So 6 fights coming your way. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon or evening, wherever you may be. College football season is wrapping up. So what do you need? You need some boxing to take care of you. And you need a young man that, hey, you say, hey, I saw him win. Could it be the young man from Amarillo, Texas? You know, Amarillo in the morning. Let's look at the tail of the tape for Javier Mesa and David Music. You know, Music from Ohio, but also coming in from West Virginia roots. The tail of the tape for this one. And Mesa is a taller fighter, 5'8", 5'4", and the height and reach advantage on his side. So our first fight ready to make their ring walk, and this will be in the welterweight division. Because Music came in at 141, so it's technically a welterweight, but they should be around 140. So it'll be a good one for these 2 young fighters. Remember when you made your pro debut?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there was no TV there for you.
No TV.
And you definitely did not have the one and only Joe Martinez ringside for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and welcome to Toyota Arena here in Ontario, California. And an exciting night of professional boxing this night, headed your way and presented by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. It is all presented by El Mexicano brand products. Bring authentic sabor right to your table. Somos El Mexicano. And now, fight fans, we're set for our first fight this afternoon. 4 rounds in the welterweight division. And first to make his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, from Findlay, Ohio, David Music.
All right, David Music in a second pro fight, making his ring walk. Already has the mouthpiece in, Gabe Rosado. This dude's locked in, ready to go.
So he came in a little bit over.
Yeah, 1 pound.
1 pound, okay.
So 1 pound, so it's technically a welterweight, but it should be at 140. But David Music has an MMA background. He was a high school wrestler, so but he started boxing. He's into it, all about it.
And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner from Amarillo, Texas, making his professional debut, Javier Mesa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go once again. 4 rounds is scheduled in the welterweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks trimmed in white. He weighed in 141 1/2 pounds. He enters the ring tonight for the second time, looking for his first professional victory from Findlay, Ohio, by way of West Virginia. Here is David Music. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing silver trunks trimmed in the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red. He weighed in 140 1/4 pounds, and tonight he makes his professional debut from Amarillo, Texas. Here is El Gallito, Javier Mesa. And your referee in charge of the action, Chris Lieben.
That's clean. Anything that lands there above is good. See this seam right here? Anything that lands there above is good. You guys clear? Adjustment. Go ahead and touch gloves now. That's your corners.
All right, Chris Lieben, our third man in the ring. Jerry Cantu, Zach Young, and Don DeVerges are judges. Lorana Ganaway and Keenan Wright are timekeepers tonight. First bout coming your way, 11 total, 6 here on the Golden Boy YouTube page. Thanks for everybody who's watching as we underway. El Gallito was a high school football player. Gabe Rosado was a defensive back at Caprock High School. So if you're Texas, it's all about Friday Night Lights. So he was a bigger fighter.
Yeah.
He was in the 50s as an amateur. That's what he would fight. But now here's a pro at 140.
Man, starting off with a nice 1-2. Great jab. You know, it's his pro debut. He swagged out. Nice outfit.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Got a lot of friends and family here in Los Angeles, and he has a lot of people watching back home. Good overhand right, followed by a hook from Mesa.
Yeah, and Music took a couple good right hands. He just took a nice check left hook.
Mesa has Francisco Garcia, Jesus Diaz, and Marlon Moncada in his corner, but he's been training with Joel Diaz and Antonio Diaz, the Diaz brothers, in Coachella, and he's been working with those Uzbeks that they got.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, big right hand from Mesa. Drops Music here in the first.
Man, Mesa's just putting it all together right now. Right hands, left hooks, and he's going to the body.
Blesses himself again here. Nice and calm is Mesa. Music was a wrestler in high school. He's got an MMA background, but in the boxing world right now, he's up tough against his 20-year-old.
And what I like that Mesa's doing is he's staying disciplined with that jab, not rushing in. You know, it's his pro debut. He's staying nice and steady, sticking to the game plan. Good body shots.
Halfway through the first round. Good 1-2 again from Mesa. Music against the ropes, getting tagged.
Man, Music's a tough dude, man. He takes some big shots.
Man, solid right hand, another hook from Mesa.
And he landed a good one. Music landed a good hook right there. Mesa took and kept coming.
He also ate a big hook.
You know, Beto, like pro debut guys are usually, you know, falling off balance, but you know, his technique is well put together. Mesa,
yeah, less
good
than a minute
jab,
to go.
good left hook. Yep.
Now, I was asking the Diaz brothers, like, okay, who's this kid? They're like, okay, there's something to work with in there. I can see why they like him.
Yeah, and I like how he's picking his shots. Right hooks, left hooks, going to the body.
Yeah, more
nice
body
left hook
work.
to the body.
Woo. Shiner on the right eye of Music, who's in over his head right now. He's tough as can be, Gabe Rosado, but man, this Mesa kid's impressive here in the first round for his pro debut.
Yeah, Music makes it past this round, man. It's impressive because he took a hell of a beating.
Whoa, big right.
Whoa.
Music's in trouble. More work from Mesa. 10 seconds to go in the round. Will Mesa finish him here? Music surviving. And it's over.
Wow.
A first round stoppage in his pro debut para el Gallito, Javier Mesa, Amarillo, Texas. You got a nice one.
Man.
2:58, so 2 seconds left in the round. Little Texas Tornadoes jamming. Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? What ¿qué pasó, Gabriel?
And you know what I like about Mesa is that he heard the 10-second count, and he still went for the kill. Like, he didn't, you know, say, okay, I'll get him in the next round. He went for the kill, so that shows me that Mesa, his mentality is of a finisher.
Let's bring in Joel Iriarte, Golden Boy prospect, who you've been watching on the Fight Night part, the first round KOs. Joel, that guy reminds you of you?
Yeah, man, I'm impressed. His balance, him being able to maintain his composure is something that, you know, is not seen too often, especially in a pro debut. So very impressive fight by Mesa.
For sure.
All right, Joel, what's your record now?
5-0, 5 knockouts.
5-0, 5 knockouts, so you know what it's like. And look at these replays. Let's look at the first knockdown from Javier Mesa. As David Music is tough, but man, Gabe, what do you see right here?
Man, it was just a great 1-2, right down the middle, and he kept working the shot.
Yeah, just a fantastic 1-2 on balance, pausing, throwing that long jab, and then landing that right hand that called it for Music.
Yeah, right here, he's just working the body,
and this
switching
is
punches, yep.
The end of the fight.
Setting up that left hand, coming downstairs, and then back up top. That's it.
That's a good stoppage by Chris Lee, but 2 seconds ago, there was no need for him to come for another round. You even said it, Gabe. Will he make it there? And you got the selfie in the corner. Now Mesa smiles. Team Naughty. As you'll see Joshua Garcia later on. You got to get the pictures the first time. Joel, you're all about this, right?
Yeah, man. First professional fight. You got to get the pictures, post them on the gram for the family and friends to, you know, show how the dream turns into reality, man.
There it is. Joe Martinez.
Jump the end comes officially 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Round number 1, referee Chris Liebens puts a halt to the fight. Your winner by TKO in his pro debut, El Gallito, Javier Mesa.
Ontario, California.
Win a trip to BTBF versus Bivol, the rematch. Buy the Usyk versus Fury pay-per-view before December 22nd, and you could win a trip to Riyadh, including flights, accommodation, and tickets for you and a friend. Buy Usyk versus Fury 2. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing. Hey champ, I know why you're here. You're a born winner, the top dog. You have a proper punch on you. It only takes one, eh? But I know you're not all about throwing haymakers. You know your bobs from your weaves. And you know DAZN's got over 150 live events every year. Over 150. Proper stacked. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, the non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. DAZN, undisputed.
Live on DAZN, December 21st. Watch Usyk versus Fury 2 on the global home of boxing with unbeatable broadcast talent and special guests. Plus exclusive watch-alongs. Usyk versus Fury 2, December 21st. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
In the past 20 years, they have promoted legends in the sport of boxing. But now, Golden Boy and DAZN presents the new era of boxing. And it's gonna be a knockout. Golden Boy Fight Night. Only on DAZN.
He started calling me out after my last loss. Definitely upset me a bit, motivated me like crazy.
I never care what the people say or what they think about me. I just try to do my work and prove inside the ring.
These two guys have needed to fight for a while. They are finally going to get it on.
Curiel using my name to build his legacy. But I'm here to tell him, be careful what you ask for.
What a performance from Alexis Rocha.
Rocha's time is over. Now he's just on his way.
Curiel, an absolute buzzsaw.
Rocha, Curiel, the main event to come. Later on tonight, you'll be able to check that out on DAZN. Coming up next, Fabian Guzman, Orange, California, SOA Boxing, 5-0, 5 KOs, taking on Marine Travis Floyd, who fights every single month. This dude is tough. It'll be kind of good challenge to see what we got for Fabian Guzman, who has the height and reach advantage. So it's our second bout of the night. Let's get Joe Martinez in there. He's talking to everybody. Now talk to the mic, Joe Martinez.
And here we go, the next fight tonight, 4 rounds of middleweight action. And first to make his way to the ring from Georgia, Travis Floyd.
Atlanta, Georgia's own Travis Floyd, who recently ended his Marine as a Lance Corporal. He was based in Camp Pendleton. Was an MMA fighter, bare knuckle fighter. He's always loved boxing. He's like, forget the other two. I'm just gonna keep going with boxing. No amateur fights, Gabe Rosado. Sound familiar?
That's crazy. No amateur fights, but, you know, he must be an athletic guy because most guys that don't have amateur fights, you know, come from sports.
He said he's learning on the job. Joel Iriarte, 14-11-2. He's like, he goes, after the 6th fight, that's why I knew I belong here. He goes, I'm different now. Don't let my record fool you.
Orange, California, here is Fabian Guzman.
Guzman just says, Forget the robe, forget the t-shirt. Maybe just come out there with the trunks and let's go, Joel.
Yeah, man, he's ready to go. But by the time they get him, his name called out, he's already going to be throwing punches.
This was scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing army green, trimmed in black, he weighed in 154 1/2 pounds. He enters the ring tonight for the 18th time as a professional from Douglasville, Georgia. Here is Chavez Floyd. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing turquoise trimmed in black. He weighed in 158 1/2 pounds. In 5 professional bouts, he is perfect with 5 victories. All 5 wins coming by way of knockout from Orange, California, the undefeated Fabian Guzman. And your referee in charge of the action is Thomas Taylor.
All right, gentlemen, we got full belt line here in black. Anything in the letters, black line up is good. Guys, got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
Tom Taylor, the 3rd man in the ring. And you'll have Jerry Cantu, Jonathan Davis, and Dr. Lou Moret as your judges. Travis Floyd has Ruben Daniel Jr. and Terrell Kelly in his corner. Guzman with Archimedes Garcia, Juvencio Santos, and Jesus Estrada in his. Guzman, 5-0, 5 KOs, middleweight division. Exactly where my partner tonight, Joel Iriarte, is at.
Yeah, Floyd came out throwing punches. He's looking like he's gonna have his game opponent coming to make a statement for tonight and against the undefeated Guzman.
Guzman, 5-0, 5 KOs game. At some point, these young fighters got to box, right? You can't fall in love with the KOs.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what? Floyd he's a bit awkward. But I think right now Guzman's just kind of timing him because even though Floyd is awkward, he's leaving himself open to get hit with a clean shot. See, that chin is up in the air. And I think it's just a matter of time for Guzman to clip him.
Guzman, 21 years old, has been in Big Bear sparring Jaime Munguia for the camp, and Munguia fights tonight in Tijuana. It's his 2nd camp with Munguia, so he's getting the good work up there.
Yeah, that's good work. You know, the altitude is great, and then, you know, you got great sparring with a champion.
Floyd's corner yelling him to work as Guzman, in his last fight, had a 1st-round KO. Before that were 2nd-round KOs. He turned pro last year.
You know, Floyd's game, he's fighting, but, you know, defensively, he's just leaving his chin exposed in the air, and he's going to get caught right there.
Just like that, a left hook from Guzman, staggers Floyd. Into the corners, Floyd.
Got to move that head. You can't stand straight up like that.
He's eating left hooks, Joel.
Yeah, if his defense doesn't start improving, it's just a matter of time before Guzman catches him.
Floyd, in the 11 losses for Floyd, he's been stopped 3 times. He's coming off a victory 3 weeks ago where he had a stoppage.
Floyd, start using some feints, bro. Use some feints.
And Floyd turned pro in late 2022. Said I wasn't until about my 6th fight where I actually knew what I was doing as a boxer.
Oh, nice counter shot by Guzman.
Floyd is tough.
And, you know, Guzman is doing the right thing, you know, because you got Floyd being so wild and diving in where, you know, he's doing you the favor by stepping in wildly, and you can just catch him in between. Nice body work right there by Guzman.
Final seconds of the opening round, scheduled for 4. Guzman and Floyd here on the Golden Boy YouTube page. Working our way towards Curiel and Rocha, the main event tonight. Joel Iriarte from Bakersfield, California, 5-0, 5 KOs. What'd you like in that first round?
I like to see that Floyd, took a little bit of an awkward approach to Guzman, and Guzman right now this first round, he's taking some time to figure him out, trying to establish. I'd like to see a little bit more jabs take place, pick him apart a little bit up top and downstairs so he can set up those big punches. But so far, a great first round.
And look at the highlights here, Gabe Rosado.
Yeah, right here, you got Floyd diving in, head up in the air. And Guzman just, simple counter, catch and shoot. Once again, Floyd diving in, head up in the air, getting caught with a straight right hand.
This is the 12th undefeated fighter that Floyd is going up against, so that's the role that he's got. As he said, I'll fight from 47 to 60. You call me, I'll make weight. So it's a pro. You got to get to those guys in the sport of boxing. And Guzman 5-0, 5 KOs.
Ooh,
oh, big right hand. Floyd's gloves touch. His legs are wobbly.
Yeah, Floyd's wobbly. I don't think he's going to make it.
Tom Taylor looking at a real long look at Floyd. I don't know how much longer this goes. Guzman attacking Floyd in the corner. Guzman sitting down on his punches. Another hook from Guzman. Floyd smartly holding on. Body work from Guzman. Uppercut from Guzman. Floyd is tough dude. I mean, he's a Marine. Legs are still wobbly. Guzman going to the body, huh?
Yeah, he's working the body, working up top. Nice clean shots.
Digging to the right side of Floyd's body.
Floyd's showing a lot of heart, man, but Guzman is just on that, just a little level higher.
This is where that work with Jaime Munguia is paying off. Yeah, the steam is out of Floyd. It's Guzman's round. What's he looking for, Gabe?
Right now he's just looking for an opening, but I think a feint will help him where if he feints Floyd will bite for it and then catch him on the counter.
You like what you see from Guzman?
Yeah, I do. He's breaking down Floyd, walking him down corner to corner. Just not allowing him to breathe. I think it's a matter of time for the referee to jump in and stop the fight.
Yeah, Tom Taylor's a veteran ref. He won't let it go much longer. If he senses danger. But Floyd's hanging on. A little smart for Floyd. Yeah, you hear Tom say, you got to do something, Travis. You're only going to let him take so much punishment, and that'll do it. There it is. Tom Taylor jumps in, protects Floyd. Floyd has his hands up like, what?
He's like, wow. I mean, you getting hit and you ain't answering back, bro. So that's what happens. The fight gets stopped.
Protect the fighter, Joel.
Yeah, man. There was no reason to let him go any longer.
Yeah, you can't be mad at the ref when you're getting hit. You know what I'm saying? You're getting attacked and shots are landing clean and you're not throwing back. You got to throw at least something.
Yeah, man.
2:28 of the second round, a TKO for Fabian Guzman, who improves to 6-0. And Floyd still arguing with Tom Taylor. I love the fight. I love the attitude. But you protect the fighter, especially in a 4-rounder game.
Yeah, the thing is, man, you're not answering back, and that's the name of the game. Like, if you're getting hit repeatedly and you're not answering back with a shot, you give the referee no choice but to stop the fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, being tough doesn't win fights.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that the ref is doing his job. The fight is so one-sided. What's the point?
Especially after you got dropped really hard early in the round. There's the knockdown in the start of the second round.
I thought he was going to face plant him right there.
Yeah.
He kind of caught himself in the middle, falling down. But he was just getting hit with everything. Body shots right here, getting attacked. Everything's landing clean. The referee has to protect the fighter.
Yeah, Joe Martinez, let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Round number 2, referee Thomas Taylor puts a halt to the fight. Your winner by way of knockout and still undefeated, Fabian Guzman.
So congratulations to SOA Boxing. Fabian Guzman is now 6-0, 6 KOs. Our second bout of the night is done. So our first 2 fights have ended quick. First round and second round. Let's look at the highlights from Fabian Guzman, who's a 21-year-old sparring with Jaime Munguia for his second camp. And Munguia doesn't bring many guys back for a second camp. I like what I see from this young man, Gabe, in the middleweight division.
No, absolutely. He was being patient. Floyd came out a little awkward, and he just kind of timed him, hit him with some clean counter shots, showed power, showed stamina, and just showed patience. Right here, caught him with that good counter right hand.
Yeah, Floyd came in, awkward style. Took a little bit of time from Guzman to figure him out, but coming into that second round, he was able to land a couple more shots. Didn't take much time before he was able to get him out of there.
And respect to Travis Floyd. Again, ugly record, 4-12-2 now, but a guy who just started boxing a year ago. If you give him somebody who isn't as talented as Guzman, he can make it ugly for you, Gabe.
Yeah, because he's awkward. But the thing is this: like he had a style where he's squatting and had a wide stance, but then he would give it away because he was standing straight in the air with the chin exposed. So it's hard to win fights when you're fighting with your chin exposed in the air.
All right, 2 fights done here on the YouTube portion. Still to come: Joshua Garcia, Gael Cabrera, Ricardo Rubalcaba against Javin Choyet. Jorge Chavez and Ruben Casero is going to be our main one here on the prelims. Golden Boy Fight Night in Ontario.
Win a trip to BTBF versus Bivol, the rematch. Fight at Usyk versus Fury pay-per-view before December 22nd, and you can win a trip to Riyadh, including flights, accommodation, and tickets for you and a friend. Fight Usyk versus Fury 2. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing. Hey champ, I know why you're here. You're a born winner, the top dog. You have a proper punch on you. It only takes one, eh? But I know you're not all about throwing haymakers. You know your bobs from your weaves. And you know DAZN's got over 150 live events every year. Over 150. Proper stacked. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, the non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. DAZN, undisputed.
Live on DAZN, December 21st. Watch Usyk versus Fury 2 on the global home of boxing with unbeatable broadcast talent and special guests. Plus exclusive watch-alongs. Usyk versus Fury 2, December 21st. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
In the past 20 years, they have promoted legends in the sport of boxing. But now, Golden Boy and DAZN present the new era of boxing. And it's gonna be a knockout. Golden Boy Fight Night. Only on DAZN.
He started calling me out after my last loss. It definitely upset me a bit, motivated me like crazy.
I never care what the people say or what they think about me. I just try to do my work and prove inside the ring.
These 2 guys have needed to fight for a while. They are finally going to get it on. Oh, my goodness!
Curiel using my name to build his legacy. But I'm here to tell him, be careful what you ask for.
What a performance from Alexis Rocha!
Rocha's time is over. Now he's just on his way.
Curiel, an absolute buzzsaw.
Back here ringside, Beth Duran, Gabe Rosado, and the young prospect, Joel Iriarte. 2 fights done here on the Golden Boy Fight Night prelim show, but we still got 3 more to go. Then at 5 o'clock, DAZN takes over, so you'll need the DAZN app at 5 o'clock. And the main event tonight is going to be Alexis Rocha against Raul Curiel. Gael, I'm going to start with you. You know what it's like as a fighter to make sacrifices. Yeah. You've seen Curiel make those sacrifices.
Oh, absolutely, man. Seeing Curiel in the gym at Wildcard and seeing him going through disappointments, fights not happening, him waiting his turn, and then finally getting on the road and now getting this opportunity to beat Rocha. It's big for Curiel, and I know he's going to show up and put a hell of a performance.
Oh, well, you're 5-0, just started your career here. This is the stage where you want to be, but I know you're a fight fan. Rocha Curiel is a fight that we'd be here if you weren't even working, right?
Yeah, I would be here right now, staying in the gym. Looking for fights, trying to fight as often as possible, but I'm a fight fan. I'm here looking forward to that main event fight, and they're both game opponents coming to get that win, and it's going to be big for both of them.
And for you, what's coming up next year?
I'll be in soon, man. I know I'm eager to get back in the ring. Always training, always staying busy. So for me, early next year, hopefully late January, early February, we'll be back in.
Young prospect, remember those days when you said, I'll fight anybody anywhere?
Yeah, man, but that's great, man. Stay in the gym, stay focused, stay locked in.
Yeah. No, this is a big main event card, for the love of the sport. I'd like to get one of them in the future, so
who do you think wins this fight?
I think it's real tough. 2 different styles. Yeah. It's a big fight for both of them. It's a Rocha, he's trying to prove that he belongs in this division, and Curiel, just a hungry underdog that is also here to bring it to him.
I'll tell you this one, the gambling in Las Vegas, the odds keep going back and forth on who's the favorite, who's the underdog, and it's really close. Raul Curiel has made a lot of sacrifices in his career. Was a 2016 Olympian, got food poisoning the night before his fight in Brazil, did not fight in the Olympics. So he came to the United States and had some injuries. COVID happened, changed trainers, went to Freddie Roach. So he's had a lot of sacrifices, such a big sacrifice that the man has his family in Arizona. He lives on top of the Wild Card gym, a little room that Freddie has set aside, basically a closet, and he's making all kinds of sacrifices to get here tonight.
Win this fight, that's what I tell you, is going to open all the doors to the World Championship. Yeah, man, I feel strong, man. I feel one of my best shapes in my career. Very focused. All my team are very happy with me. We have a tremendous training camp for this fight. And I'm sure I'm going to win, man. We're going to get the victories. And I can assure you I can knock him out, too. So I'm perfect, in a perfect condition right now.
He's motivated for every fight, obviously, because he's trying to get to this point. But he knows that winning this fight will take him to a whole nother level. So it's probably the most focused I've ever seen him. What we're trying to create is like a torque and resistance and rotation. So all of that will come to play, like if he threw a punch, if he was able to land a perfect punch and put all those things together to create power, and it lands, hopefully it's a good night. So for the last 2 weeks, we're just focusing on speed, explosiveness, power, and his conditioning, especially the conditioning. We want him to go in and be able to throw tons of punches for 10, 12 rounds as long as the fight goes. We want him to be as fast and as strong for all the rounds. So that's what we're focusing on now. And we're seeing it in sparring, we're seeing it in everything that he's doing. Everything's coming together really well. I'm excited to see how he looks. It's gonna be really, gonna look the best Raul Curiel you've ever seen.
And now for me, be here in the gym, living in the gym. Freddie and Marie, they always support me all my career, but it's comfortable for me. I have the support of my wife, my family. My daughter, she just turned 1 2 weeks ago, and I'm here, man. I'm insulated, focused for this fight, because this fight is gonna open me all the doors that I need, man. I won to the world, knows who is Raul Curiel, but I feel comfortable to be uncomfortable right now.
That'll be the main event later on the night on DAZN. Again, you'll see Rocha Curiel. But coming up next, on third bout here on YouTube, Joshua Garcia, El Americano, 9-0, 4 KOs against Uhlices Reyes from Omaha, Nebraska. And the height and reach advantage on the side of young Joshua Garcia. Our ring announcer, Joe Martinez, ready to bring him out.
And all five fans, we're set to go with the next fight tonight. 6 rounds in the lightweight division. And first to make his way to the ring from Omaha, Nebraska, Uhlices Avelino-Reyes.
Uhlices Reyes. El Garrito is his name. Coming in from Mexico, but now training in Omaha, Nebraska.
And his opponent tonight, he is from Moreno Valley, ladies and gentlemen, undefeated Joshua Garcia.
He's going full Grinch mode. El Americano, Joshua Garcia. I mean, it's the last show of the year. He's got the green gloves. He's got the Santa jacket. Joel, I know you got some good outfits, but you ever thought about being a Grinch?
No, man. Definitely thought about stealing the show, and I hope that's what he came in here thinking, but nice outfit tonight.
Got the Mo boxing, Mo problems. He's got the man. He's got it all. For Joshua Garcia, 9-0, 4 KOs. He's got a good personality. Oh, he's even got the green trunks. Okay. Look good, feel good, but will he fight good? Let's see what happens in a third bout.
Once again, five fans, we're set to go with the next fight tonight. 6 rounds scheduled in the lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks trimmed in blue and gold. He weighed in 132 1/4 pounds. In 3 fights, his record stands at 2 victories, 1 defeat with 1 win, coming by way of knockout from Omaha, Nebraska. Here is Uhlices Avelino-Reyes. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing lime green trunks tonight. He weighed in 134 1/4 pounds. In 9 professional bouts, this young lightweight is perfect. 9 victories, including 4 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here's the undefeated slugger from Moreno Valley, California, Joshua El Americano Garcia. And your referee in charge of the action is Chris Lieben.
Chris Lieben, the third man in the ring. Fernando Villarreal, Zach Young, and Don DeVerges are judges. That's Uhlices Avelino-Reyes, Marcus Polk, and Matthew Mata in his corner from Omaha, Nebraska. He's 2-1. As Joshua Garcia with the Grinch trunks. All right, he's got the whole look going on.
Yeah,
You got the airbrush on the boots, Gabe.
He went all in.
You got to. Beto Duran, Gabe Rosado, and Golden Boy prospect Joely Diarte, who's 5-0, 5 KOs with us. And for Joshua Garcia, another training change. The kid's had 9 pro fights, and he's on his 3rd trainer. I know he was with Manny Robles for a little bit, then he went to Eddie Gonzalez, and now he's in the Joel Diaz camp.
All good trainers.
Excellent trainers. Learning a lot from everybody, but this is the first time that he was in the Diaz brothers training camp, but they're in Monte Carlo with Israel Madrimov. So tonight he has Cisco Garcia, Chuy Diaz, and Marlon Moncada on his side.
That's a lot of changes for, you know, so early in your career.
Trying to find a home?
Yeah, you know, it could be good or it can affect you, you know, because, you know, every coach has a different style, different method.
What do you think about that, Joel?
Yeah, man, it's important to just get used to your training and finding yourself as a fighter, especially this young in your career. You know, it's going to be important for him to find a home ground and just pick up off of, you know, his mistakes.
He's a young fighter, El Americano from Moreno Valley, so he has a lot of friends and family here in attendance at the Toyota Arena.
Ooh.
Oh, good hook from Uhlices. El Americano's in trouble. Legs are wobbly. And Omaha is attacking. He's trying to hold on. Oh, Joshua Garcia.
And you know what did it was the check hook.
Yeah.
And he's holding on. Referee's got to get in there, separate him.
Avelino-Reyes smells it.
But Garcia's doing the right thing, holding on. Because a lot of guys don't know what to do in this situation when they're hurt. And he's doing the right thing.
This is the first time he's ever been hit like this, Gabe. How will Garcia respond? His legs are wobbly. Tagged again. A left and a right hook from Omaha. Uhlices Reyes, upset-minded. And that's a push down.
And Uhlices has to give himself space so that Garcia doesn't hold on to him.
Another hook, body shot. Garcia in trouble against the ropes again. Eating punches, mouthpieces out. 30 seconds to go in the round. And Garcia has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, legs aren't under him. He's gonna have to find his balance.
His balance is off. Garcia's balance is off, but he knows where he's at.
Referee's looking for the mouthpiece.
He knows he has to hold on and survive the round.
Oh. Another big shot from Uhlices Reyes. Wow.
Oh.
Garcia's eating punches, and that's going to be counted as a knockdown. Finally, he goes down. Whoa, El Americano survives.
Yeah, Gabe, what do you expect to hear from the corner for Garcia?
You know what? Garcia was getting hit with the check hook, and before he got hurt, I already saw in the earlier part of the round that he got hurt with a check hook. It was like a subtle, he was stunned for a minute. He has to keep that right hand up, right to his chin. Don't get hit with that check hook. And you know, I would tell, if I was his corner, I would tell him, survive this round. Move around, don't try to exchange.
But Gabe, let me give you this one. His corner, he recently met these guys.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about always changing trainers, especially when you're learning. You need to kind of, you got to stick to one coach and build the chemistry.
And for Uhlices Reyes, the last time we saw him on the Golden Boy Fight Night, he got knocked out by Leo Sanchez last May. It was the second round. It was a firefight. He went back and forth. You were there, Gabe.
Well, Uhlices, what he has to do is go right on top of Garcia. Don't let him breathe. And Garcia needs to get more on his bicycle. Let himself recover from that shot.
This one is scheduled for 6 rounds.
You know, one thing that I liked about Garcia, even though that was a bad round for him, was that he had the mind to hold on. And young fighters, when they get hurt, they don't know what to do, and they get knocked out.
And it's another right hook. Reyes, who's coming off a victory last November, he hasn't fought this year. Boxing is part-time for him.
See, Garcia, he came in the second round and met Solis right in the middle of the ring. You want to move. You want to stay away from possibly getting hit with a big counter shot. you're not fully recovered yet.
You want him moving around.
I want him moving around just because, look, he's getting hurt with shots. You want to recover from that first round.
A big opportunity for Uhlices Reyes. You saw him walk in with the DACA headband. El Guerrito, the little warrior.
And look, personally, you know, I get it. It's the holidays, but I don't like that outfit. And the reason I don't like that outfit is you're too caught up in this Christmas stuff or whatever. It's like, look, stick to fighting.
How about that left hook drops her? Second time in the fight that Garcia goes down. Oh, the Grinch might be Uhlices Avelino-Reyes.
Look, if I'm fighting a guy with Christmas gloves on, I'm whooping your ass. I'm sorry.
And that's what Reyes is doing right now in the second round.
You ain't gonna beat me with some Grinch gloves on, bro. It's not happening.
I agree, man.
You feel me?
I feel that one.
Another one. Garcia is eating punches. Garcia is not looking like the fighter that Golden Boy signed. Garcia is looking like the opponent, and he's getting beat down.
Oh, man. Yo.
Third time.
They gave him.
And the fight's over.
It's over.
The fight is over. Uhlices Avelino-Reyes comes to California and gets the upset, taking the O from Joshua Garcia.
Very big moment for Reyes, taking that undefeated record from Garcia in an impressive fashion. Garcia got caught up fighting Reyes' fight, and you know, got him out of there. Ref did a good call. Corner did a good call, stopping that fight.
And the emotion for that man right there. He's a part-time fighter because he has to work to support himself. Did not fight this year, and wow.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't say part-time fighter. He's just a guy that has to survive. So he needs to work, and he doesn't have the luxury of what these young prospects have. So he's a grinder, man. It's like the Cinderella man, right?
And because Joshua Garcia is the fighter who has the promoter, the manager. He's got the nutritionist. He's got everything on his side. All he has to worry about is boxing, and he got knocked out tonight.
Yeah, and you know, he was hurt bad in that first round. The second round, he came right to him. He shouldn't have done that. He should have just stood on his bicycle to recover and come back stronger in the third round. He didn't, and he paid for it.
Yeah, I think the emotions got to him, you know, started just losing his rhythm and, you know, again, falling into Reyes' fight and started getting caught with those looping shots.
Wow. And I'm going to say it again, man. If you come at me with some Christmas gloves on, it's not happening. What mindset are you on when you got some Grinch gloves?
He's looking at you, Reyes, right there. He looked at you. When we walked into the locker room, he was in the corner by himself. He gave you that look like, oh, that's Gabe Rosado coming in.
Man, he did it.
He was shy about it. Look at him now. His life is just changing right now.
Yeah, he did his thing, man. Great win for him.
And now he has Joe Martinez to say his name.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 2 minutes, 4 seconds of round number 2. Referee Chris Leben puts a halt to the fight. Your winner by way of knockout, Uhlices Avelino-Reyes.
Good for him. The second time on a Golden Boy show. First time he gets knocked out. This time he gets the knockout. 2:04 of the second round. The smile, man. That's what boxing's all about, Joel.
Yeah, man, you know, being able to steal the show, take it away from the young fighter, you know, it's just an important moment right now for Reyes, and, you know, hopefully he gets back in the gym and has a little bit more training.
Well, Christmas came early for him.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And now, if you're Golden Boy, you've had him on. He's 1-1 against your fighters. You bring him back?
Oh, no, for sure. You got to bring him back, man, because, you know, he just didn't win. He dominated the fight.
I'd like to see, you know, once he got hurt, Garcia, you know, like how Gabe was saying earlier, that he tried holding on, but, you know, within that clinch up, he was getting hit with those looping shots.
Yeah. And Solis right there, man, just hitting them clean, landing big left hooks.
Man, he went down hard right there.
Yeah,
and he got powered.
I don't know if he recovered from that shot from the first round.
And, and credit to Garcia's corner for stopping that fight, because that young man was taking a lot of punishment, Joel.
Yeah, I like to see that, man. There's no ego in this. You got to take it. Garcia wasn't in this fight, and, get him out of there before he gets hurt.
All right, so 3 fights done, 3 more to go. We've got stoppages in all of them. Mesa, Guzman, and now Uhlices Reyes. Still to come, Jorge, Chavez, and Ruben Casero. Joel Iriarte, all right, you got a gym in Bakersfield, man. How is that going?
Yeah, man, warm-up athletics has been a passion project of mine to give back to my community. Having young fighters from Bakersfield, it's not really heard of in that small town, boxers, coming up, and I just want to, just pave the way for young fighters to come up. And not just that, we do adaptive fitness, and, kids with special needs could come and train with us, learn how to defend themselves, have a little bit more confidence, and, it's just a project that we've been working on for some time now.
So there he is, Joel Iriarte. Social media, promote yourself, my man.
Yeah, man. Joel Iriarte on all platforms, and now my gym, Warm Up Athletics, tune in. The Warm Up Project, it's a nonprofit organization where we help young fighters, kids with disabilities, and we're just trying to grow that to give back to the community.
You're doing a great job. What's your record now, Joel?
5-0, 5 knockouts.
5-0, 5 knockouts. How was it doing a broadcast?
Good, man, good. It's
nervous,
exciting.
Huh?
A little bit. You know what? More exciting than anything. Being able to, come in here and talk about the fights and give my perspective as a fighter, currently and in my young career. So it's exciting.
Well, you did good. Next time we'll put the makeup on you, man.
Sounds good, man.
Joel Iriarte. Watch out for him next year. Gracias, viejo. We'll talk to you soon.
Gracias, Jorge. Cuídense.
Coming up, take a quick break. 3 more fights to go. Gael Cabrera, Ricardo Rubalcaba, and Jorge Chavez here. Golden Boy Fight Night in Ontario.
Win a trip to BTBF versus Bivol, the rematch. Fight at Usyk versus Fury pay-per-view before December 22nd, and you could win a trip to Riyadh, including flights, accommodation, and tickets for you and a friend. Fight Usyk versus Fury 2. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing. Hey champ, I know why you're here. You're a born winner, the top dog. You have a proper punch on you. It only takes one, eh? But I know you're not all about throwing haymakers. You know your bobs from your weaves. And you know DAZN's got over 150 live events every year. Over 150. Proper stacked. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, the non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. DAZN, undisputed.
Live on DAZN, December 21st. Watch Usyk versus Fury 2 on the global home of boxing with unbeatable broadcast talent and special guests. Plus exclusive watch-alongs. Usyk versus Fury 2, December 21st. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
In the past 20 years, they have promoted legends in the sport of boxing. But now, Golden Boy and DAZN present the new era of boxing. And it's gonna be a knockout. Golden Boy Fight Night. Only on DAZN.
He started calling me out after my last loss. Definitely upset me a bit, motivated me like crazy.
I never care what the people say or what they think about me. I just try to do my work and prove inside the ring.
These two guys have needed to fight for a while. They are finally going to get it on.
Curiel using my name to build his legacy. But I'm here to tell him, be careful what you ask for.
What a performance from Alexis Rocha.
Rocha's time is over. Now he's just on his way.
Curiel, an absolute buzzsaw.
Golden Boy Fight Night in Ontario, California. Battleground alongside Gabe Rosado. As we're going to see. There you see the wide open shot we have here in Ontario, California. Rocha Curiel, a beautiful setup here, the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. It's going to be the last Golden Boy fight night. And it's going to be the last Golden Boy show of the year. But don't go anywhere. Just because their holidays are coming up doesn't mean Golden Boy's not working. Oh, yeah. Because in January, we're going to have the Golden Boy Fight Night Series. Where's the development series where we get to see some of the young fighters work their way up to eventually becoming the main event. And then also, in February, you're going to see Riyadh season. Virgil Ortiz is going to be in Saudi along with Floyd Schofield, who's taking on Shakur. You know, Floyd and his team were saying, hey, we want Shakur, we want Shakur. They got it now.
Yeah, man.
Big.
It's a big fight. Shakur, he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
We don't know what direction he was going. And for Shakur, what's his name? Schofield.
Kid Austin.
To land it.
Yeah.
He's been calling for it. This is the fight he wants, so it's going to be great.
It's interesting when fighters call for a fight. A lot of times they don't get it.
Yeah.
A guy I know by the name of Gabe Rosado has been calling for a fight against a Puerto Rican named Edgar Berlanga, and they want it in Puerto Rico. Now, Gabe, I always ask you, are you retired? You've always said...
Well, I am, but if that fight, it's in the talks. And, I talk with Berlanga, we go back at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fight that we do want. And, we're going to see what happens, man.
All right, okay. Now, that's the professional answer.
Yeah.
Before we came on the air,
so
you
look,
let me hear a voicemail.
Let's clear it up. It's not like I'm barking by myself. We're talking.
Okay.
The conversation is happening between me and Berlanga. We both want to fight. We both said we're going to do it. We want to do it in Puerto Rico.
But Berlanga sent you a message that said, send the contract.
Finish it. Send the contract what?
I'm not finishing the... I like my job. I don't want to get fired for that part.
Yeah, send the contract. So look, I'm like, let's go. So it's a conversation I guess I have to have with Eddie.
All right, well, there's your camera, Gabe
and we'll see what's up. Look,
call him out. There it is.
Everybody knows. The call out, it don't even have to keep happening because we want the fight. It's just a matter of just sitting down with the promoters and making it happen.
So who's holding it up?
I don't know. I got to talk to Eddie. I got to see what's up with Eddie.
Somebody call Gabe.
Got to see what's up with the mate. What's up, mate?
So will that fight happen with you and Berlanga?
It should happen. March 1st, Puerto Rico. It should happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a legendary fight. He's coming off a great fight versus Canelo. He lost, whatever. But, everyone knows what Gabe Rosado brings to the table. And it's a fight where it's going to be great.
All right, so
for Puerto Rican boxing and for boxing, period.
Just boxing in general, man. That'll be a fun fight because it seems like it's a personal one.
It is. It's personal, man, and those are the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Those are the good ones.
So Berlanga, Rosado in the works. So for any of you boxing me to go out there and say it's happening, it's not official. It's not official,
It's
right?
not official, man.
But they're close.
It's close.
All right. What is official is tonight's card. Alexis, Rocha, and Raul Curiel. 5 o'clock on DAZN is what you need, and you'll be able to see that worldwide. Rocha, Curiel. Rocha has been for big fights. He got stopped by Giovanni Santillán, and it was a fight where Allah was on the line. That was an eliminator, and so Rocha had to build himself back up.
And the crazy thing that it was a fight versus Santillán that he didn't have to take. He already had the #1 spot. But, I think it's a blessing in disguise because it's all how do you treat a loss. And I think Rocha came back and it awakened him where he realized there was flaws that he had to work on. And when he came back on a winning streak, he actually looks better. And he's boxing much, much better.
He said that Raul Curiel is not on his level, but you do have to respect Raul Curiel, what he's been doing, 15-0, 13 KOs. The pandemic slowed him down and injuries slowed him down, but he's continued to work and grind. And also, I know this is a fact because I've had fighter notes he sent to me, Beto, he's going to be on your card, and then all of a sudden it falls out because opponents fall out. Yeah. He's at an interesting part of his career right now, isn't he?
Absolutely, man. But one thing is he always stood focused, always stood in the gym. And this is the fight of his dream, the fight that he needs to make a statement in the division. He's ranked #5 in the division, yet he's kind of under the radar. But this fight right here puts him right on the map.
One thing that Golden Boy does, and you hear Oscar say it, is we're going to match our guys tough because when they get to the top, we want to know that they've been through the adversity and they know handle that. So they both came up along the Golden Boy Development Series. They've both been fighting in Vegas, but not the main event where it's sold out, but they're 3, 4 in the afternoon.
For sure.
These guys are ready in prime, right? They developed them perfect.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a fight where, honestly, man, it's 50-50. It's really who can take control of the fight. You know, who can dictate the pace? Can Rocha stay boxing and create the angles that he needs to fight off? Or does Curiel, can he apply that pressure and be successful?
And that's the main event. Also, we will have the co-feature Charles Conwell. Oh, man, that's a bad dude from Cleveland, Ohio.
For sure.
He's undefeated, taking on a veteran from Argentina, Gerardo Vergara. Both of them are 20-0. Scrappy Ramirez taking on Efrain Bowie. Marlene Esparza, Arely Mucino. The ladies will go at it, and then open up the broadcast, Victor Morales. So when you close out the year, you want to make sure that the year is strong. This is a heck of a card right here, Gabe. This is fun to work right
It's
here.
a great card, man. And, you know, Scrappy, you know, he got his little swag, and he's, you know, he wants to redeem himself.
Yep.
He wants to redeem. Yeah, he's not bored, man. He has a great style, and he has the charisma.
Now these, we still have 3 more fights to come here on the Golden Boy YouTube page. We're talking right now because we've had quick knockouts. A first round, a second round knockout, and Gael Cabrera is another fighter from Mexico that Golden Boy signed. These young fighters, when they come in these arenas, right, when they're here early on, when you're the veteran fighter like yourself, a broadcaster, what would you give them as advice when they come in right now?
Man, my advice to them is treat this like you're the main event, like you're the star, like everyone here came to see you, and put on that kind of performance, because sometimes you don't want a fighter to go into a fight where like it's the undercard and treat it like whatever, because then you kind of fight like it's a sparring match.
Gotcha.
If you come in like you're the star and you have that personality, the fans are gonna gravitate to you, so you can steal the show.
Now, we just saw right now Joshua Garcia at 9-0 at 4 KOs, recently signed to Golden Boy, but he had a good opponent, he got stopped, but at the same time, that's a learning lesson for other fighters too, where keep the main thing the main thing.
Oh no, for sure. You know, it's like, he came in, he was happy, he was jolly, he had the Christmas gloves on, which I'm gonna keep criticizing him about, and it's just like, look, man, this is a mean sport, and it's vicious, man. The sport of boxing is the hardest sport ever. You know, I get it, the costume is cool and all that, but you know what, stay focused. You had a guy in front of you who was hungry, and he showed it, and he knocked him out.
You can never overlook an opponent. Don't
never.
2-1, but you never know.
Never look over an opponent.
And not to sound like the old man right here, and the veteran that you are in the sport of boxing, but a lot of kids right now are more worried about their logo, the brand, this and that, but you forget that if it doesn't happen in there, all that's by the wayside.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, just stay focused. When you're a young fighter, the first thing that I want to see in a young fighter is I want to look at him and feel like that guy's a killer. Like that guy is real. He's going out there for the kill. I don't want to see a guy all smiley and all that, because you know what? You're not on that level yet. You didn't make the millions. You didn't make the big bucks. You're not there yet. You got to be hungry and determined, and that's what I want to see in young fighters.
All right, we had a knockout in the first round for Javier Mesa, the 20-year-old from Amarillo, Texas. That kid came in, had that look in his face.
Which guy again?
The first fight we had, the knockout.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He came in like locked in. Then Fabian Guzman, who's now 6-0, 6 KOs, he got a second-round stoppage. He came in, no shirt, no anything, just go, right?
And that's what I like. No. He's not. He's just all about business. And Floyd was a little awkward, but Guzman stood with the game plan, countered some good shots, threw some good body work, and got him out of there.
Main event tonight on the DAZN app, starting at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be Alexis Rocha against Raul Curiel. Now, Alexis Rocha is a fighter that Golden Boy signed early on in his career. They've developed him, brought him along, gone up and down with him, but they've always stayed on his side. Also, loyalty means a lot to Alexis Rocha. Same trainer that he had when he started boxing at the age of 14 in Hector Lopez. Same gym, TKO boxing. Nothing fancy about this young man and the way that he's got himself to a championship level.
I mean, these guys already sparred this morning, so now we're going through a little bit of strength and conditioning. You always try to change things up so they don't get bored. Fighters are creatures of habit, and they get used to doing the same thing. So you want to change up a little bit. This is already their second workout today, so honestly, you get the guys out here that push each other. They're so damn competitive.
Everyone's in this game for motivation and be someone. But when you have teammates that are here with you grinding it out and you're tired pouring sweat and they're pouring sweat, it gives you more motivation to outshine them, and if not, just trying to catch up to whoever it may be that doesn't look as winded and as tired.
And then we got Gael, we got Lua, we got Chavez. We have quite a few other guys. I think having these guys, they all bring something. They offer different things. At the end of the day, I think they see each other and they push each other. You said iron sharpens iron. Absolutely, 100%. I mean, we go sparring, they don't want to look bad in front of the other guys.
Well, you know, we did 8 rounds, 3 days this week, 3 times this week. So I've been on cruise control, keep my heart rate down, controlling the fight. So, you know, this strength and conditioning today is killing me. But hey, this is where the hard work is done. This is where the fights are won, right here in the gym. Everybody wants to be a fighter. So it's time to do what fighters do. All right. Ready, guys?
Estoy un poco lejos de casa. Pues yo vivo como a varias horas de aquí y es también como madurar a temprana edad. Siempre para mejorar, ¿no? Yo pues aquí con todos mis compañeros, con el equipo, con todos, me he estado sintiendo a gusto, me he estado sintiendo bien.
We just want the will more. You don't have to be the greatest athlete, you just got to be the hardest working guy. And you got a good role model from that.
I'm the old head at 27 here.
Say, because sometimes they'll hold their breath. Gael is really having a hard time. He's holding his breath. It's just, you got to learn how to breathe. It's very similar to a fight. You got to breathe, you know. I always tell everybody, you shouldn't be relaxing when you're throwing punches. You got to stay relaxed when somebody's punching at you. You got to learn how to breathe.
I'm breathing, but I just hold. I played off good. I just try to relax. See, I'm trying to catch my breath right now. But yeah, it's more about you trying to be relaxed, like Coach was saying, and then and just kind of be more relaxed, take a deep breath, and just focus on your breathing at this time. It's very crucial when you're going all out in these workouts that you gas out, but you try to control yourself, control your breathing. As hard as that is, it'll help you out.
Someone speaks Spanglish. I think it helps. I think it helped Alexis talk to him in Spanish. You know, he's starting to learn a little bit of English. I mean, that's the other part.
¿Cómo era en inglés? Wash my clothes.
Wash my clothes. Limpiar mi ropa, a ver.
Wash my clothes.
Anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes is like peak. So I'll try to hit like 4 to 5. I think it's all mental. Once you go in, your body goes to shock. Like right now, I'm fucking hurting. But as long as you tell yourself, like, let my body go numb, don't quit, or don't even think about it being cold, then it just, your mind takes over. So you just gotta put your mind like in a safe spot. But it helps out tremendously with recovery and your mental game.
I think they like it. He's never tried it, so he's gonna freak out. 10 minutos. 10. No. 3. I don't think he knows what to expect, so have the camera on it because he's gonna freak out.
I can't walk.
Órale, güey.
That bad?
Fuck yeah.
Ready?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Ese güey sí le quemaste.
Yeah, you guys, make sure you guys tune in December 14th. I'm gonna show you guys who I am, man. Watch.
Go. 10 seconds.
Toyota Arena getting ready for Gael Cabrera against the veteran Garen Diagan, the 20-year-old. Cabrera has the height and reach advantage. So Gael Cabrera is taking on Garen Diagan. Diagan once fought for the world title at 105 pounds. We saw him in November when he fought Asa Stevens, the Hawaiian. I was at 126. He's at 122 tonight. Diagan said at 105, I was stupid doing that because I shouldn't have gone to that. We were there when he lost to Oscar Collazo. The lowest he had been. He goes, I didn't belong there. He goes, but it was a championship fight. I had a chance to make money. I had to do it. He goes, but I belong at 118, 122, where he is tonight.
Yeah, man. And at 105, Collazo punches. His punching power is on another level.
What a beast, and we'll see Gael Cabrera Garen Diagan next. Joe Martinez, bring him out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome super bantamweights to the ring. First up, he's from the Philippines. Please welcome Garen Diagan.
There you see him with that knucklehead shirt, so that means a Gibbons is involved. So viva Sean Gibbons. Lives in Las Vegas, the Filipino. And Diagan. When he fought Ace Stevens, he had a couple days notice. This one he had almost a month notice. He's been in camp, he's been training, so the veteran of 15 fights making his way. Our fourth fight, we got two more after this here on the Golden Boy YouTube page.
And next to make his way to the ring from Sonora, Mexico, Gael Cabrera.
Saludos a todos la rueda. Gael Cabrera from Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico. Now training in Southern California, the 20-year-old 5-0, 3 KOs. Golden Boy signed him as an amateur. Fun fighter. Keeping him very active. El Terror is the nickname, the Terror.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go bantamweight action. This fight scheduled for 6 rounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with flames. He weighed in 121.5 pounds. In 15 fights, his record stands at 10 victories, 5 defeats, 5 wins, coming by way of knockout from General Santos City, Philippines. Here is Braveheart, Garen Diagan. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing yellow with black and white. He weighed in 121.25 pounds. In 5 professional fights, he stands perfect in the ring with 5 victories, no defeats, 3 wins, coming by way of knockout, presentando el hijo de Sonora, Mexico, el invicto, Gael, el Terror, and your referee in charge, Rudy Diagan.
Fighters. Fellas, you guys both got your instructions, okay? Do me a favor, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times, okay? You guys got 6 rounds, fellas. Good luck to you both.
Rudy Diagan, third man in the ring, letting him know. Gael Cabrera, 5-0, 3 KOs. Came in at 121. Garen Diagan also at 121. Jerry Cantu, Ivan Guillermo, and Jonathan Davis, the judges. For Cabrera, he's been waiting for this fight. As he said, it seems like forever. He was supposed to fight in October, fell through. He was supposed to fight in Vegas, fell through. So he's been in camp in Southern California for a while. And he said, finally, I get to fight. I just want to fight. But he's like, I understand that's part of the role as a young fighter. You'll have guys that opponents just don't show up sometimes. Their opponents fall through. And it's, look, this kid is very talented, hits hard, and some opponents might say, no. There's not enough money to get in the ring with him.
Yeah, but it's good, man, that he just stood. At least he stood in the gym training. So now he's in the ring, so he's more than ready.
This is his 3rd fight in 2024. The year started for him in January on the Munguia card in Phoenix, and right away you see him dig to the body.
I like that switch, how he switched to southpaw off that body shot.
Training with Hector Lopez at TKO Boxing in Southern California, made the switch this year.
Nice check hook.
Y saludo a toda la gente en La Rueda in Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico, where he's from. His brother's a fighter too. His brother's name is Pichon. Comes from a fighting family. His dad also involved in boxing. Here's Cabrera.
The Cabrera is just being patient, looking for openings, not really forcing the action, just picking his shots wisely.
Yeah, Braveheart Diagan is a southpaw.
Get off his head.
Body shot from Cabrera. That stun follows with a hook upstairs. Goes back to orthodox. Lands a right up there. An uppercut for Cabrera. Another uppercut from El Terror. Switching to southpaw now is Cabrera. Very nicely. Leaping right hand.
Man, the way Cabrera switches to southpaw and orthodox, he does it so elusively. Like, it's just
smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth, man. You hardly see.
Less than a minute to go in the opening round.
He's quick on his feet to be able to make that switch so fast.
Only 20 years old. Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, president Golden Boy, really high on this young man. Still raw, still green. You see the skill there.
Yeah, he definitely has the skills. Picking his shot smart. Nice body shot, getting away from the counter shot. And when he makes the switch, you know, he does it in the right spots. Because it's not good to switch in the middle of an exchange, but he does it from an angle where Diagan really can't counter him. So he switches, he does it the way you want to do it. Nice angle right there. Didn't do anything off the angle, but it was a nice defensive angle.
Stop at the bell, guys.
Good opening round for Gael Cabrera here in Ontario, California. Hector Lopez with his standard Patriots cap. Cisco Espinoza, Brian Pizzon, and Sergio Diaz Jr. in the corner of Gael Cabrera. Hector's gonna be busy with Alexis Rocha later on in the main event, but right now it's Cabrera.
Yeah, Cabrera just throwing good combinations. Body work, nice uppercut. That hook landed multiple times in that round. Right there, doubling it up, body, head. Great shot. And then right there, just switching over to southpaw, you almost don't even notice it. It's a great move.
Cabrera comes from a rough neighborhood in Ciudad Obregón. That's where CD Salido's from. A lot of great fighters have come out of that area. He was outgrowing where he was at, so he went to Hermosillo, which is about an hour away. You've been there at Hermosillo, right?
Hermosillo, very nice.
You went on a private jet to Hermosillo,
yeah.
as you should. Great food in Hermosillo, but he knew that he had to come to the United States to make his ways.
And you know, Berto, what's interesting about Cabrera is being that, you know, he's from Sonora, Mexico. He doesn't have a Mexican style.
No.
This is an American style.
And that was something about Cabrera, because he wanted to go to the Olympics, but as he got older and developed, he had more of that pro style with that right hand, and you're starting to see it. He doesn't pitter-patter at all. He sits down on his punches.
Yeah, but you know, the style, the slickness, the switching to southpaw, orthodox, the defense, just the style is like a quick, speedy American style.
Yep. And so once he started climbing the ranks in the amateurs, they're like, nah, he's like, amateurs ain't for me. Forget the Olympics. I want to turn pro, and that's what he did.
And Diagan still hasn't figured out Cabrera.
Yeah.
He's having trouble. He's trying to get his, but Cabrera makes it very difficult with the movement and the switching from southpaw to orthodox.
Yeah. And Diagan, you know, veteran of 20 fights, he knows how to mix it up with there, but you're right, he looks frustrated right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is that Cabrera's is, you know, he's a quick, speedy fighter. Nice quick jab, quick combinations. And whenever Diagan tries to throw a counter, Cabrera answers right back, slipping, rolling. See, look at that. Nice slip, roll, getting away, nice footwork.
He's having fun in there. Yeah, Diagan is the smaller fighter,
yeah,
but he's tough.
Yeah, but he can't find the target because he's doubling up and he's missing.
kind of work that Cabrera will need as he evolves and progresses with a guy like Diagan, who's going to give him that professional resistance.
Look, Cabrera's dominating a guy who fought for a world title.
Yep.
You know, this guy has a lot more fights than Cabrera, and for Cabrera to be looking this sharp, you know, says a lot of his skills.
General Santos, the Philippines, is where he's from.
Nice combinations, good defense.
Oh, good left hook from Cabrera. Final second. Oh, what a left drop to the Filipino. Whoa, boy. Diagan is stung. He took a shot right in that nose. I think that nose is busted, Gabe.
Yeah, he's hurt bad.
And the fight has been stopped. Diagan is blinking his nose. I think he broke his nose.
Yeah, he's hurt bad, and you could tell just the way he was responding that he didn't want to continue, and the referee did a good job stopping the fight.
2:59 of the second round. Yeah, the way that Diagan turned around and just started blinking.
Yeah, and when he turned around and he was facing the corner, like, you know, it was kind of like telling his corner, like, stop the fight.
Wow. El Terror. If you follow his social media, this dude, who's about 5'5", 120, runs around over the gun with a big old Doberman. Like, that's the kind of attitude that he has. It's not one of those small dogs. No, he's got a big old Doberman that he's running around with it over the gun. It was a matter of time, but that Gabe, the way that punch landed on the nose.
Yeah, man. You know, Cabrera's just measuring him right here in the corner. And he's just overpowering Diagan. And right here, you know, hands up, just setting a trap for a counter. Walks him down, he just loads up right here. Pounding away. It was just too much for Diagan. And right here, when Diagan gets up, he walks to the corner, and he's kind of looking at his corner like, stop the fight.
Like, help me?
Yeah, like, help me.
Golden Boy's got a really nice prospect there in Gael Cabrera.
And look, he's not even looking at the ref, like he's looking down. The ref saying, come to me. He's not looking at the ref, not being responsive, so gave the ref no choice but to stop the fight.
Oh, there's that traditional Golden Boy selfie. So the fighters now take a selfie, and you can follow it on the Golden Boy social media account. They'll give you the different angles of it. Respect to that man right there. Garen Diagan comes up short. And Joe Martinez ready to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, in comes officially 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 2. Referee Rudy Barragan puts a halt to the fight for your winner by way of knockout here, still undefeated, Gael El Terror Cabrera.
He needed a couple months to get the victory. Finally got it. El Terror Cabrera is now 6-0 for stoppages. Yeah, Diagan just walked by us. I was like, what about your nose? He pointed right at it. Like, not busted, but it's twisted.
That's busted.
It'll be tomorrow. And Cabrera has a big cheering section here. And it's a fun style.
Yeah. Slick, quick, sharp, powerful. You know, pretty much showed a little bit of the whole package in that performance. It was a short fight, but he did a lot.
But you were talking about that earlier after Josh Garcia fight, where it's show up, take care of business, don't worry about the other stuff. Gael did that.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I like how he's just picking his shots, making Diagan miss, throwing body shots, going up top, left hook, strong, big shots. And man, it's just, he was too dominant for Diagan, too big, too strong.
Yeah. And Diagan, of course, is a smaller fighter, but he gives you that resistance normally. But, hey, Cabrera moving on up. Take care of the job in front of you and keep on going. So, saludos a toda gente en Obregón. Regresa el terror con victoria. All right, let's give me the recap of what we've had so far here on Golden Boy Fight Night. All knockouts. All of them have been knockouts. TKO for Javier Mesa. Fabian Guzman in the second round. Reyes with the upset of the undefeated Joshua Garcia. Gael Cabrera stopped in the second round. Still to come. 2 more to go. And Joshua Garcia, we should have known. When Joshua Garcia, remember a couple of fights ago, he fought my favorite guy, Duel Oguin, that veteran who comes from Guadalajara, who has the ugliest record, and it was a split decision.
Yeah.
And that was one of those fights where, okay, hopefully it's a learning lesson, but Joshua Garcia will go back to the drawing board with his team and get going. So, a great night for Uhlices Reyes. Still to come, though, Ricardo Ruacalba, who just switched trainers. He's now with Freddie Rocha, wild card, against San Diego's Javin Shoyet. And Jorge Chavez has his hands full against Ruben Casero from Uruguay, who's making his U.S. debut, and he said, I can't wait to come out and put on a show. 2 more to come here on the Golden Boy Fight Night, the prelim show, 5 o'clock on DAZN. Take a quick break here in Ontario.
Win a trip to BTBF versus Bivol, the rematch. Fight at Usyk versus Fury pay-per-view before December 22nd, and you could win a trip to Riyadh, including flights, accommodation, and tickets for you and a friend. Buy Usyk versus Fury 2. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing. Hey champ, I know why you're here. You're a born winner, the top dog. You have a proper punch on you. It only takes one, eh? But I know you're not all about throwing haymakers. You know your bobs from your weaves. And you know DAZN's got over 150 live events every year. Over 150. Proper stacked. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, the non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. DAZN, undisputed.
Live on DAZN, December 21st. Watch Usyk versus Fury 2 on the global home of boxing with unbeatable broadcast talent and special guests. Plus exclusive watch-alongs. Usyk versus Fury 2, December 21st. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
In the past 20 years, they have promoted legends in the sport of boxing. But now, Golden Boy and DAZN presents the new era of boxing. And it's gonna be a knockout. Golden Boy Fight Night. Only on DAZN.
He started calling me out after my last loss. Definitely upset me a bit, motivated me like crazy.
I never care what the people say or what they think about me. I just try to do my work and prove inside the ring.
These two guys have needed to fight for a while. They are finally going to get it on.
Curiel using my name to build his legacy. But I'm here to tell him, be careful what you ask for.
What a performance from Alexis Rocha.
Rocha's time is over. Now he's just on his way.
Curiel, an absolute buzzsaw.
You know, his resume speaks for itself, but I don't think he's at my level.
You're not on my level.
Well, we're gonna see December 14th.
Yeah, you're not on my level.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see that.
Yeah.
On December 14th, prepare for a collision of power and pride as 2 top world title contenders prepare to step into the ring. Alexis Rocha, the pride of Santa Ana, will put his skills to the test against knockout artist Raul Curiel. But before these 2 warriors step into the ring, they face off now. This is Rocha versus Curiel. The showdown. Raul, to start with you, when did you first hear of Alexis?
I don't know, man. A long time ago, he's a good fighter. I respect that, and I saw a couple fights on him. And then when we fighting more and more, his name, it was like in their mouth, the people saying, hey, you should fight Rocha, you should fight Rocha, but we're looking for the fight. So now we're here, that's important, and we'll see what's going on December 14th, but go everything for the victory.
When they were saying you should fight Rocha, that's been a few years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lex, you guys been on multiple cards together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first time you saw Raul fight? And if so, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, tough guy. Saw him fight when he fought Ferdinand. Pulled up the good victory right there, the late stoppage. Yeah, I always thought he was a good fighter.
At what point did you think Alexis would be an opponent?
Yes, of course. Of course. He's one of the top dogs of the division, and that's what I tell them. I'm on here, he's on my way, and I will try to do my best to get the victory, just do my work.
Do you feel that Alexis was moved along the rankings quicker than you? And if so, how does that sit with you?
Nothing, man. If he moved faster, no. Now we're here. Now we gotta fight, and you have to prove it. And if we're moving quick or not, then I don't care. Now we're here and we gotta fight, and you have to prove it.
Based on everything you achieved, do you feel that Raul is on your level?
No, I don't think he's on my level. I've been in there with stiff, dirty, tough competition. You know, he's a hungry guy, I give him that. He's a good opponent, 15-0. His resume speaks for itself, but I don't think he's on my level.
You're not on my level.
Well, we're gonna see December 14th.
Yeah, you're not on my level.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see that.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, I respect that too. I respect that too, but you're not on my level.
We'll see. There's levels to this.
Nah.
Raul, you're an undefeated contender. 15-0, 13 knockouts, ranked number 5 in the WBC. Yet, they don't mention you along with the top welterweights in the division. How does that make you feel? And is Rocha the fight you need to make a statement in the welterweight division?
I just try to do my best. I just try to do my work. I don't need Rocha. I don't need anyone. Just need to win fights. And my main goal is be world champion. Now he's on my way. What can I do? I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna, win. I can knock him out. If I can knock him out, I would knock him out. No. Not important, man. Like, I want to be world champion. He's in my path right now.
Lex, do you feel that Raul is looking at you as a stepping stone? And if so, does that anger you?
Yeah, it does anger me. You know, he's never once called me up when I was winning, and then I lost to Giovanni Santillán.
You've been saying that.
No,
Why you say that? No, say it right now. Why you say that?
When have you called me out? When have you called me out when I was winning?
There are people over here, man. We're looking for this fight a way long time before.
We're not talking
long time before.
We're talking about me and you.
Long time before. Now, why do you say that? Why'd you say that now you lost? Now I want to fight you?
After one of my victories, I didn't look good because this was after the Giovanni loss. You commented you wanted me next. Why weren't you calling me now when I was #1 WBO coming to fight Terence Crawford?
What? Now we're here. What are you worried about?
No, I know now we're here.
So what?
Why didn't you call me back out? Why didn't you call me back out then?
Back then, what? Right now or back then? We're here right now. What are you worried about that? Stop saying that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm waiting you to lose. Looking for what, man?
Now, Raul, with him, his last loss versus Giovanni, do you feel that he has the punching power and the resilience to be in the center of the ring with you?
He's a good boxer, man. He's a good boxer. He's a good boxer. He's a good opponent. He can fight. He's a good southpaw. He's a good opponent. I know this fight can put me in a better place than right now. That's the main thing.
Lex, do you feel that this fight's gonna be a slugfest? Or do you feel that your skills are much superior where that's gonna make the difference in this fight?
I have a game plan from A to Z. My job's just to follow the same game plan. I don't know, time will tell. You know, it could be a slugfest, could be not. You know, we're gonna see December 14th.
Is beating Alexis enough? Or do you wanna hurt this guy and knock him out?
I'm gonna win this fight. I'm not gonna put this in personal levels or nothing. It's in my way. He's on my way to. I want to be world champion. They put me in this. Like I say, my in my last fight. If the Golden Boy or anyone put me someone, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna win. That's the only thing that I have in my mind right now. And I got a fight. I'm excited to have a fight with Alexis Rocha because I know he's a good fighter, and now the people gonna see who is Raul Curiel. I'm gonna prove everyone. That's it.
Lex, do you feel that Raul is the opponent you need to show that you're on an elite level in the welterweight division?
I've already shown that I'm an elite level. I don't need Raul Curiel to prove it to anyone. But yes, he is a good fighter. I need a victory here to knock on the title contention.
Raul, December 14, how does this fight end?
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. That's a fact. I'm gonna win. I'm sure I'm gonna win. Either way, knockout or decision, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, my hand's gonna be raised. No question about it. You want what I have, we're gonna see.
Lex,
I don't want what you have. What you have? You have nothing, man. What you have?
It says Alexis Rocha first.
Yeah, I don't care who you are.
It says Alexis Rocha versus Curiel first.
Yeah. Just focus on the fight.
That's
I
all
don't
I'm
want
focused
anything
on.
about you, man.
No, that's all I'm focused on.
Focus. Be it.
Don't miss the battle between these two Mexican warriors live on DAZN December 14.
Ontario, California, Toyota Arena, the site of tonight's main event, Rocha Curiel. And remember, my name is first, Alexis Rocha, letting Curiel know whose name goes first. Little mind games in there. How was that sitting there with them?
Man, you know, you can feel the tension between both fighters, and you can just tell that they're both locked in. So this fight is just, like I said, man, it's a 50-50 fight. It can go either way.
And that was done about 6 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer when the fight was announced. Yeah. They were talking like back and forth. And
but they looked like they were ready to go that moment.
A lot of respect between the two. They said it's just business, but when they get in the ring, it's going to be a huge clash. Don't miss that. That starts at 5 o'clock on the DAZN app. We still got 2 more for you here on the Golden Boy Prelim Show, right here free on YouTube. All right, let's look at the tail of the tape for our next fight. And it's a feature a fighter who's now training at Wildcard. That'll be Ricardo Rubalcaba from the 805 Oxnard. He's undefeated, 12-0-1, 10 KOs. And then San Diego, Tijuana's own Javier Shoet, who's 10-1, 8 KOs, and that's what we need from him. So Choet coming in and saying, hey, I can go into the ring, I can go and upset him. But Ricardo Rubalcaba, as Marvin Samodio told me, you know, Marvin, he's like, I like this kid. I'm like, okay, and Marvin doesn't like many kids. It's interesting that he's going to go back there. So, Gabe, when you go to Wildcard and you make the transition from wherever gym you've been at, what's it like working with Freddie and Marvin and the crew?
You know, the atmosphere in Wildcard is just an old school boxing gym. And you got some of the best sparring at Wildcard. Because you got champions. Everybody, I sparred Bivov at Wildcard. I sparred Benavides at Wildcard. The list goes on, man. So it's just a world championship gym. And, you know, it just makes champions.
And will that pay dividends for Rubalcaba, who makes the switch? Just because you're in the gym doesn't mean you're going to get all the matches. You still got to perform, and we'll see that. Joe Martinez, he's always ready to perform.
And here we go with our next fight tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 8 rounds of welterweight action. And first to make his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner from San Diego, Javier Shoet. fighting out of the red corner from Ventura, California, undefeated, Ricardo Rubalcaba.
Immediately with the wildcard boxing shirt. Okay. Ricardo Rubalcaba.
On the prompter, man, I think they had the wrong photo of Rubalcaba.
It's let's just say it's an older picture.
No, I don't think that was the guy.
Well, you win impressively. They'll never get your picture wrong. Representing Ventura, you see Dickie Eklund Jr. in the corner.
The photo they had, I forget the guy's name, but he's actually a super middleweight.
We're set to go with our next fight. 8 rounds scheduled in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing tonight black with red, he weighed in 145 pounds. In 11 fights, his record stands at 10 victories, 1 defeat, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of San Diego, California, by way of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Here is the boogeyman, Javin Choye. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with gold. He weighed in 144 3/4 pounds. Unbeaten in 13 fights, his record stands at 12 victories, no defeats, 1 draw with 10 wins coming by way of knockout. The fighting pride of Ventura, California, here is Ricardo Rubalcaba. And your referee in charge of the action is Ray Corona.
All right, guys, this nothing below here, but I ain't gonna sweat you if it's on the belt line, all right? You want to touch gloves, do it now. God bless.
Third man in the ring, Ray Corona. It's also the name of his podcast, Third Man in the Ring.
Yeah, good referee.
Yeah, Ray does a good job.
We're all right.
And there's Ricardo Rubalcaba. Training at wildcard. He'll have Ernie Zavala as his chief, and Early does a good work out there.
Are you ready?
Dickie Eklund Jr. and Andrew Rodriguez working his cut. The son of Cutman Mike Rodriguez does a great job. 12-0, 10 KOs for Rubalcaba. Javin Choye. And they're on the B side. He's normally the A side fighter, so a little different for him. Let's see if the boogeyman name works out. Rubalcaba coming off a 5th round TKO victory in March. That was in Glendale on the Oscar Valdez-Liam Wilson card. We saw him on a Golden Boy show last December where he went the distance against Irving Macias, a tough Mexican. Those 8 solid rounds.
Rubalcaba throwing nice, strong jabs to the midsection.
But as he said, I just needed a change in corner, a change in voice. And then one thing about him, though, is you make the decision, you take him up. Well, if you're going to fight, he's not signed to Golden Boy. He's not signed to a promoter at all. It's about being impressive, game.
No, absolutely. You know, there's an opportunity for him to showcase his skills, look impressive, and get a big signing deal.
So 2 more fights to go on the YouTube portion. Beth Duran, Gabe Rosado, and also going to be joined by Darius Fulgham, DFG, who's here with us ringside, the man from Houston, who's here with us. DFG, you got the microphone on. You ready?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you, man. You coming off a victory, DFG?
Yeah, look, I'm very impressed right now by the patience and poise of these guys. I'm looking at Rubalcaba. He's setting everything up nice with that jab to the body. I'm expecting to see later in the round if he develops that by changing the levels and attacking up to the top.
There's a right hand.
Work out of there, guys. Your hands are free. Work out. Stop. Take a step back.
Darius, last time we were in the ring, what did we see?
Well, I was able to get my guy to the 3rd round, apply the pressure, man, and got a tough veteran out of the ring. feel like I put on an impressive performance and get ready for the next one.
What weight are you at, Darius?
At super middleweight, 168.
So these guys aren't too far behind you at the middleweight. But 168, it's a hot division, Gabe Rosado. You know a thing or two about that?
Yeah, that's a loaded division, man.
Very stacked. Very stacked for sure. A lot of big names.
But it seems like right now in boxing, man, all the divisions are pretty loaded, and even the small guys now are making names.
Well,
I think it's crazy how much the divisions are changing. I mean, you look guys at 130, 135 used to be very popular, and I feel like now it's moved to 140. 140 is a very stacked division.
Yep, for sure.
Everybody's at 147, 154 seems the one that's popping.
Well, as Gabe will tell you, you put on a show, it doesn't matter what division you're at.
I mean, he's exactly right, though. Fans want to see fireworks, and this is what these guys are trying to demonstrate tonight.
5 o'clock on DAZN, you'll see the one and only Todd Grisham, Chris Mannix, and Sergio Mora, because Grisham's ready to call some knockouts later on, and it'll be on the DAZN broadcast. But here on YouTube, we got 2 more for you. All right, Darius, so you're in Houston, you train at Brick House, with the Brick House guys, they help you out. What's your record now?
Well, right now I'm 13-0.
You're 13-0. All right, so the Golden Boy moved you nicely this year. How was your 2024?
Man, it was an impressive 2024. I'm excited. I got four fights. I was up against tough vets, been increasing experience. So I'm really excited. Looking forward to the next year to really up the competition and keep elevating my name.
Are you staying at 68?
Yeah, I'm staying at 68.
All right, you're getting a little older. What are you, like 12, 21, 22?
Come on now, you're trying me. You're trying me now.
Hey, every division's open, man. But 168 is your future.
Yeah, 168 is what I like. I feel comfortable there. The weight cut isn't hard on me at all.
Did you fight at 160?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But when he was in the amateurs, he was fighting heavyweight.
Yeah, I was fighting at 201.
Oh, damn.
Yep. Looks good here. The Pride of Prairie View A&M, a second round action here as Javin Choyet, the young man who's 10-1, has 8 stoppages. For him, he's trying to get back in the winning side. Choyet, his last fight was a first round knockout, but that was one you go to Mexico, you get that victory, right? But before that, he lost to Julian Bridges on Cinco de Mayo weekend. That was in Vegas on the Canelo Munguia undercard, and he lost a unanimous decision against Julius Bridges, where it was 59-55 all the way across, and humbling experience for a fighter like that.
Rubalcava's working the body right now, throwing some good shots. He threw a left hook to the body, then came up with a straight uppercut. It's a nice shot.
The thing I like with Rubalcava, he's just varying the shots up from head to the body now. You're right, he's attacking the body extremely well, but he's following up with some good shots to the head now.
For sure.
Rubalcava turned pro in 2020 during the COVID time in Tijuana. 2021 was all Tijuana fights and just working his way out of there. Had a fight in Wasabi.
Nice.
Now it looks like he's taking advantage of what he's been hearing at the wildcard gym, because this guy looks way different than last time we saw him, Gabe.
Yeah, he's looking sharp, man, putting his combinations together. Really good. Just keep that jab busy.
You know, they built him up nicely. He hasn't had the toughest opposition, but he's been taking care of business. This will be a good test for him tonight. Choyet.
Yeah, Choyet right now, man, he's walking straight forward. He needs to walk in and slip and move his head and see if he can throw shots off the slips. You can't walk straight down because Rubalcava got that strong jab, so he's stopping him on his tracks. Got to move your head and punch off the head movement.
Body work upstairs from Rubalcava. Uppercut from Rubalcava. Good sequence. One, two, as Choyet. Blood from his nose. He's shaking his head like, yeah, you got me there.
And right here in between, Rubalcava just needs to keep throwing that jab. Keep the jab busy.
Oliver Ventura showed up at 8:05. Coming in for Rubalcava in the black and gold.
Yeah, you're exactly right, man. It's just my issue with Choyet, I just don't see any of the head movement when he's coming in. He's not varying his attack when he's coming inside. He's leaving himself open for these counter shots.
Yeah. He's getting tagged upstairs. This Choyet. Excellent round for Ricardo Rubalcava.
Gonna stop at the bell, gentlemen.
Right there, I mean, the middle. Uppercut again for Rubalcava.
He is throwing some vicious uppercuts.
That'll do it for 2. Oh, there goes the Tragos Amargo. A little early. I think the sun's still out, DJ Ray. This is the end of the night backyard wedding song that they play. You're from Houston. You've heard this many times at the backyard parties.
I have not heard this.
Because you leave before midnight. Darius Fuljo.
I told you I'm old. I'm old, Beto. I'm old.
Right here, Rubalcaba just measuring with the jab. Nice short left uppercut, doubling it up. It's a nice combo. And Rubalcaba just kind of keep this energy, keep throwing shots, break your opponent down.
And Ray Corona just came over and told us that if you look at the belt line of Choyet, he said they're really big, so I'm allowing that shot to work in the middle. It's not below the belt line, it's just the trunk line. It's just huge. And he said he told both fighters that. But it doesn't matter because Rubalcaba's going upstairs with the uppercuts. Main event tonight, Rocha Curiel. 147 pounds, you'll see that on DAZN. That's one that Darius said, Rocha Curiel, interesting, huh?
Yeah, there's an interesting matchup.
See the jab that Rubalcaba is throwing to the midsection, I like it, but at this point you got to throw something off of it because he's setting him up so nice with the jab to the body, but at that point he can jab to the body and throw a left hook or throw a right hand up top. See, he's throwing that jab and the right hand was right there for it.
Yeah, he can take advantage of that because Cholet's not really moving his head too much. His head's there right in midline to be taken advantage of.
Yep.
There you go, good jab to the body again, but still we can see a follow-up right hand over top.
Rubalcaba wearing the no boxing, no life gloves. Choyet with the Cleto Reyes gloves. Cleto Reyes will be known more as the puncher's glove, right? Where's the punching at, though? Coming up next is going to be Jorge Chavez and Ruben Casero from Uruguay.
Yeah, he's working some good uppercuts when he gets to the inside.
Choyet on the ropes, not a good spot for him. Yeah, both these fighters built up nicely against lesser competition, so I would say this is a really good test for both of them.
I really like when Cholet is really starting to push the pace. I feel like he's finding a lot more success when he's a lot more confident and he's taking it to Rubalcaba.
Less than a minute to go in the third round.
No, Cholet is being, he's not telegraphing his punches where Rubalcaba, even though he's throwing some nice shots, it's all coming out hard. So I think at this point, Cholet is kind of like, he can time the shots coming.
Uppercuts from Rubalcaba goes to the body. 3 uppercuts from Rubalcaba in the black and gold.
Because when you know a guy's throwing nothing but hard shots, you could brace for them. And they might land, but you see it coming so you could brace for it at that last second. Where right here, see, Cholet right here is just throwing, like, you know, he's being elusive with his punches. Nice
Oh,
body.
that was low.
That was low, yeah.
That was in Tijuana.
I like Rubalcaba's energy and his pace, but you know that jab that he throws to the midsection, I want to see him follow up.
That's Duarte, Jose Vargas. In the corner of Choyet.
Don't load up. 1-2 jab. Keep a rhythm going. Make them look
Yeah, right here you see Rubalcaba walking down with that 1-2, following up with the left uppercut. Nice short shots. Doubling up again. You know, Cholet just can't be a sitting target laying on the ropes like that. But right here, you know, Cholet.
Yep, there it is. Maybe it was closer to Rosarito. That was out there.
Yeah, that was a low blow.
Yeah. Beto Duran, Gabriel Rosado, and Darius Fulgham with you here on the broadcast. Thanks for joining us here this Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be. If you're on the road on your way to the Toyota Center in Ontario, if you're flying home for the holidays from New Jersey, wherever you may be, or if you're in Puerto Rico, where Gabriel Rosado wants to fight. And good shots landed by Rubalcaba to start the 4th round.
I like how Rubalcaba's throwing shots off the rows right now. He's walking Cholette down, but he's slipping, and then he's throwing off the slips. Getting good leverage on the punches.
But I see what you're talking about, Gabe, where everything from Rubalcaba is 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, but what he did starting in this round right here was different because he slipped and he threw off the slip. And, you know, those are blinded shots, so it's hard for Cholette to see those shots coming when a guy's slipping and throwing.
Doubling up the jab. Darius, I know that when you started off your career, you were going 100 miles an hour. You start slowing down a little bit.
It's only natural as you're progressing. We want to entertain the fans. We want to give exciting knockouts, and sometimes we try to force a knockout, you know. But when you look at a guy like Cholette, he's relying, his defense is solely based on him catching shots, you know. He's not using his feet as a defense, and he's not using his head movement as a defense either. When you got a guy like that, you want to pick his shots. You want to place him differently, change the tempo, change the speed, and change the power up to land the shot that they don't see coming.
Yeah, both fighters coming in under 147. They both weigh 145. And for a fighter like Rubalcaba, who, again, not signed by Golden Boy, but on a Golden Boy show, looking for a promoter, could it be where he knows, hey, this is my opportunity, because Eric Gomez is watching, Oscar De La Hoya is watching, Bernard Hopkins is ringside watching. Like, there's a lot on the line for him.
Was like Darius said, right? Cholette's defense isn't there. So in order for Rubalcaba to really hurt him, he needs to switch up the speed and the timing. Because if everything's coming the same, then even though Cholette's getting hit with these shots, he's kind of bracing for them. Yep. You want to trick a guy with speed and kind of just throw pitter-patter shots, decoy shots, to then hurt him with the big shot.
And Cholette is showing that he could take some shots.
And Beto, to your point, you know, sometimes with these opportunities opportunities come so far and few. And when you get on an opportunity like this, you have to make the most of it, you know? Sometimes you never know who is watching.
Well, that was a perfect example of your career.
Absolutely.
You started fighting somewhere in South America, and then, and because of COVID, then you came through, and then you fought on Golden Boy shows, but you weren't a Golden Boy fighter until you impressed them enough to sign the contract.
Yep, absolutely.
That's what you were saying earlier, Gabe, of like each young fighter, treat it like you're the main event.
You got to treat it like you're the main event because you never know who's watching.
Gonna stop at the bell, gentlemen. Time.
Talk to me, what's up? Huh? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Just hold in. You're going to be bad at yourself again like the last fight. Press this guy, get him now, don't load up, just start working. Don't throw slow, but fucking pressure him, okay? Are you hearing me? Yeah. What am I asking for? Right there. Yeah, let's go. Yes, I don't know. Yeah.
At the end, do you want to win or not? They'll say, what are you waiting for, Gabe?
Yeah. He's telling him press him. And you don't got to throw anything hard, just let your hands go. It's a good body shot right there by Cholette, but then he got hit right back with a 1-2 counter.
Yeah, the corner of Cholette, it wasn't really instructions, just more of Darius. They're going to the heart of it, the mind game of him.
I was just going to say that we're getting to that point of the fight where we're over halfway through, where you got to really press the tempo. How bad do you really want this? And that's sometimes what you need in the corner is really going to dig the best up out of you.
For sure.
And he told him, are you going to regret it like you did your last fight where he lost in Vegas at the big stage against Bridges, who was undefeated, and he didn't let himself go.
Well, the thing is that look at Cholette's feet. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have good balance. So you can't really walk a guy down when you're standing straight up like that. You know, you got to bend your knees a little bit, get some pep in your step. But he's walking him down with slow feet.
Yeah.
147 pounders, and we'll see that later on the night in the main event. Rocha and Curiel. And the 147-pound division is very, very interesting. You know, Virgil Ortiz moving up to 154. There's a lot of guys out there.
See, when Cholette's in the inside right here, he just got to throw. It's the only opportunity he got because he can't win this fight on the outside.
No, I agree with that. I think he's got to kind of make it a dirty, ugly fight.
Yeah.
Because from the outside, he's getting picked apart. You're right, he has no feet.
No.
You can't fight on the outside when you have no feet.
When you say no feet, educate me there, Darius.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's basically, I mean, when you watch his feet, he has no movement. I mean, even when he's punching, his feet aren't going anywhere. You see, he looks like he's kind of stumbling a little bit now. He has no movement.
And Gabe, you were saying he's off balance.
And he's not bending his knees. You see, they're straight up. They're locked. You know, he's standing straight up, so you don't got no pep in your step with that. And you really don't have no leverage when you're not bending your knees, you have no leverage on your shots. So even though he's throwing shots, there's nothing on it.
Yeah, no leverage, no balance.
Yeah.
Where Rubalcaba bending the knees.
Right there. Yeah. There's leverage on those shots. And that was
There's
a good
combination
good
from
left
Rubalcaba.
uppercut.
Good uppercut with the left hand for Rubalcaba as we approach a minute to go in the 5th round. Now Gillette with his own uppercut.
And you know, Rubalcaba, man, I like to see him keep going down to the body. Slow Gillette down. He's already, you know, the legs ain't there, so might as well keep breaking him down to the body. Good left uppercut.
So go to the body you want to see?
I got to agree going to the body, too, because, I mean, you see he's taking a lot of these headshots. Rubalcaba's landed some devastating uppercuts, some devastating hooks and right hands. Everything can be set up to the body. He's landing some good uppercuts to the head, right to the chin. I would like to see him kind of touch up top and work some of those shots to the solar plexus.
Get a stop at the bell, gentlemen.
Excellent round.
Time.
Gotta fucking do. 2 more rounds that got better. Highlight it.
Breathe.
You gotta do it now. Don't forget to throw that body shot your brother throws. Throw that jab to the body, dog. Throw the uppercuts like you've been doing. Move around. Hit them with the hooks, the right hook.
Throw the body, throw the uppercuts.
There's Gillette throwing a nice little short right uppercut, but then Rubalcaba follows up with his left uppercut. Nice setup shot. Yeah. And Rubalcaba been landing that double left uppercut all day.
Again, as Gillette gets out of his corner, we're right next to their corner in the blue corner. They're just telling you have 2 more rounds. They're giving advice, but they're also getting into, you're running out of time, Gabe.
Yeah.
And he is. This has been Rubalcaba's fight. He's in control. Is this where Rubalcaba, you were saying, go for the body where he can
that was
affect
a good, that was a good body shot right there, yeah.
Because Gillette has shown that he can take the shot in the black and red. So Marvin Samudio sent me a message and said, I like him, speak nicely of my fighter before the fight. I'm like, well, if he does something good, we will speak nicely. And I like what I see from Rubalcaba. It looks like he's evolving as a fighter.
And look, man, it's just a matter of him understanding the pace of a fight and learning how to switch speeds. You know what I'm saying? You know, I say this all the time. It's like a pitcher. You got a fastball, but you got the changeup, you got the slider. You got different kind of pitches to set up the big fastball, right? And with Rubalcaba, everything's kind of a fastball. And you just got to understand how to switch speeds. Because doing that is what sets up the knockout. You know what I mean? That's how you get a guy out of there, because you kind of put him to sleep with tapping him, pitter-patter shots, and then you catch him with the big one.
They're exchanging heavy shots here halfway through the 6th round. Gillette has shown he can absorb them. Even the jab comes in strong from Rubalcaba. This is something that Darius, I know your corner speaks a lot about, the feints, mixing it up, give him different looks.
the feints are so important throughout the whole fight, and that was something that I emphasized in the very beginning when I seen Rubalcaba start to fight. Was he initiated a lot of jabs to the body early. He established that tone early. Everything that you do in the very beginning is what sets up the attacks later on through the fight. Those are your traps that you're initiating early, because you're really telling a story. You let them know, anytime I get in this position, these are the shots that I'm going to throw. These are the shots that I'm going to throw. And then you find your moments where you can mix them up. You give the same look, but throw a different shot, different outcome. You got the guy bracing for a body shot. Here comes a shot to the head.
That's something that is very important too, Gabe, right? Setting up a shot for later on in the fight.
For sure. And I like that Rubalcaba right now, he was switching it up. He was kind of boxing and stepping back, you know, because then he was allowing Chalette to throw shots, and you can counter off those shots.
Oh. Keep him up.
Final seconds of the 6th round.
No, work out of there. Let's go. Time. Fucking listening to me, Javier. What should I do right now, Tom? Tell me. What are we gonna do, dog? You're not listening, dog. I told you to throw jabs in your fucking body. You're not doing anything. You gotta go for broke, homie. You're gonna lose this fucking fight if you don't step up. We're on the fucking B side. We gotta beat this motherfucker's ass. What part don't you fucking understand about that? We gotta go beat this fucking ass. We're not gonna get decisions, dog. Get on the edge.
Simple as that. You're the B side. Do something.
Well, you know, he's not really telling him exactly what to do.
That's what it is.
Like, he's not giving him, like, instructions as far as, yo, double up the jab and do this. But I get the emotion.
Yeah.
He's pretty much telling his fighter, like, yo, go out there, fight, and get this win. And pretty much Chalette just has to let his hands go.
And Darius, you've been in the corner. I've seen your fights where they give you the instructions and you listen. Sometimes. Because all fighters, Gabe included, you'll listen, but sometimes you're like, okay, I'm doing it. It seems like Joette is trying to do his own thing.
Yeah, it can be a kind of tough thing where it can be a little disconnect in the corner where, you know, your corner can see one thing, you're in there, you can see another. But look, we're into the 7th round of the fight. You know, there's a lot of fatigue going on for these guys. You know, they've been fighting their hearts out, and sometimes, you know, your mind can tell you to do one thing, but your body just won't do it.
And Gabe, you can see the wear and tear on the face of Joette, where the nose is moved to the side, the cut underneath his eyebrow.
And the thing is, like, his trainer, he wants him to go out there and fight and attack. But the thing is, like, in boxing, you fight with your legs. The power comes from your legs. And I don't care what Chalette does, his legs ain't there. So he, you know, he can throw 100 punches in this round right now. It's not going to do anything because there's nothing on the shots. He has no legs.
Yeah, a lot of things his coach is asking for right now needed to be accomplished in the gym. You know, we're in that part of the fight where, you know, he's asking him to do stuff that he doesn't have the ability to do right now.
Look, he's trying, man. You know, he's throwing shots.
Of course.
As you see, there's nothing. There's no leverage. Right now, he just kind of lost his balance leaning forward.
That was a beautiful body shot. Oh, that was a little low. No, that was a low.
Come on, man.
This is also Joyette's first 8-round fight. This is the first time he's gotten to the 7th in his career. And he ate that uppercut from Rubalcaba.
And Rubalcaba still got the same energy.
Yep.
Still working, still letting his hands go.
Bouncing on his toes is Rubalcaba. Working the body. And Joyette getting a little desperate. This is where those hot days at Wild Card in the gym, fighting a guy you don't even know what country he's from. A minute to go in the 7th round. This is where you need to dig down if you're Rubalcaba. And he is digging to the body.
Those hot gyms are the ones that pay off. I think Rubalcaba, his best chance of really getting this guy out of here is to really fully break him down to a point where we got to say, like, hey, we got to save this guy. We got to stop him. He is taking a lot of punishment, but he's fighting back. But that's why the body shots will be so important later on into the fight, because I do believe Rubalcaba still has the ability to break this guy down. One more round left.
Coming up next, Jorge Chavez and Ruben Casero. 5 o'clock on DAZN is where you're going to see Alexis Rocha and Raul Curiel. Choyette is tough, but Rubalcaba's looking nice tonight. Excellent work so far.
Rubalcaba threw some good combinations right there, but Choyette snuck in a nice little body shot.
Time. Last round, last round. Last round, last round. Last round, last round. Last round, guys, last round, gentlemen, great fight.
Yeah, Rubalcaba's just been landing that left hand all day to the body, splitting it down the guard, right up the middle, landing some really good uppercuts right here. And right there, you can see Choyette landed a nice little right hook to the body.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 8th and final round.
Rubalcaba's coming in hot, trying to get him out of there.
Gabe, I was just going to ask you this question. You, Rubalcaba, how do you really approach this round? You come out trying to really secure the knockout and put on a statement performance?
You know what, man? I just think that in order for Rubalcaba to get the knockout, there's certain things he has to work on in the gym, and like it's switching the speeds. So I don't think he can come out gun blazing right now and get Choyette out, because Choyette's already kind of accustomed to that rhythm.
So if you saw between rounds, Choyette whispered into his trainer's ear. Our microphone's gonna pick it up, so I went and asked him, like, what did he tell you? He said his back is stiffening up and he's having spasms.
Well, that explains why his legs are straight up in the air then.
That definitely explains his movement.
Yeah.
He had to tell him, this is the last round. You just got to give it all out there.
That's the unfortunate part about boxing. Sometimes you're not always 100% in the ring, but you got to find a way.
Yep. And Rubalcaba, man, just keep doing what you've been doing. You know, stay busy. You know, Choyette's a tough guy, man. He's a guy that he could take a punch, and he's showing will. You know, the fact that he's fighting off an injury right now just shows the kind of fighter he is.
This is great work for Rubalcaba in the development of this young fighter.
And Rubalcaba got a nice left hand, man, just the way he doubles it up. Goes to the body, finishes up.
Halfway through the 8th and final round, Rubalcaba in the black and gold, eluding. He's still bouncing on his toes, Gabe. He's fresh.
Yeah, I like that, man. You know, show your fresh, bounce around.
One thing you can't deny about these guys, they came into this ring, they're going to give it everything they got.
Absolutely, they definitely doing that.
And see, the way Rubalcaba can get a knockout is bouncing. Allow Choyette to throw a jab, slip, and counter immediately. And that's the sneaky shot that'll get Choyette hurt. Rather than being the aggressor, kind of just lure him in and set him up with a knockout.
That's a different type of trap.
Yeah.
And Rubalcaba still going, still throwing combinations. That's how the fight started. It looks like that's how it's going to end, because Rubalcaba, I think he might have found something. Looks different tonight. Attacking. I mean, he's taking some shots too. He's a little wear on his face. It's been a fun fight between Rubalcaba and Choyette. You can still hear the ha-ha with 10 seconds to go.
Ooh, nice short shot.
Good shot.
8 good rounds. Respect to these two warriors. They go back and forth. Ricardo Rubalcaba, Ventura's own. Looks like he's on his way to victory. And San Diego, Tijuana's Javin Choyette. That dude is tough. Very, very tough. A good, fun fight. The first time we have a fight that goes the distance here, Gabe Rosado. Everything's been a knockout early, making us work here.
No, for sure. But it was a nice scrap, man.
Great scrap and great experience for both guys, you know, especially guys in this career. This is what they need, you know, to get to the next level. There's a lot of things you can learn in fights that go the distance and go 8 rounds against tough opponents. Both guys are going to come out better after this.
Right here, Rubalcaba was just doubling up with the body. He tried to get that knockout in the first half of the round.
Eight hard rounds. Darius, you've had that where you thought you could probably get a guy out and you're like, damn, this guy won't go away.
And there's some guys that are just extremely tough, you know? And a lot of times you'll recognize that early in the fight where it's like, this guy, I'm probably not going to get him out of there. But you still got to give it everything you got. You know, there's a lot of things you can still work on in the fight. A lot of things you can do to keep improving and keep working on your craft for the next guy. Sometimes you're not always going to get the knockout, but, you know, every fight you can always learn and gain the valuable experience you need.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards, and here are the totals. 80-72, 80-72, and 79-73. All for your winner by unanimous decision. He is still unbeaten from Ventura, California, Ricardo
Ricardo Rubalcaba gets his hand raised for the 13th time in his career. 8 good rounds, swept the cards. 2 judges added a shutout. I like what I saw, Gabe.
No, yeah, I did. I like what I saw. And look, man, this is his first time with his new team. So they're building the chemistry and learning what to do in the next fight.
So he'll go back to the gym. Marvin will tell him a couple things. Freddie will tell him a couple things. Good job by Dickie Eklund Jr. And
overall, it's a great performance. I'm impressed by him. Rubalcaba definitely showed a lot of grit, a lot of heart, and a lot of skills. Definitely, obviously, some things to work on and improve on, but I think he's well on his way to making a good name for himself.
And it's at an interesting weight class, too, at 147. Let's look at the highlights from this 147-pound scrap. Ricardo Rubalcaba and Javin Shoya.
Yeah, my hair, you know, Rubalcaba was just landing that left uppercut all day, stepping in. And, you know, Chalet just took a great shot.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Rubalcaba's ability to triple, double up those left hands. In a moment right there, that seemed like a trap. He was getting ready to throw it again.
It's funny because Rubalcaba's style reminded me a little bit of Margarito.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see, yeah, okay.
Margarito.
A young Margarito.
Margarito used to double and triple that left uppercut all the time.
Stuff like that sometimes can be a little hard to read because I think guys are very used to left, right type punches, and when you can double and be able to triple up your punches, you create a new variety of offense that's a little bit more unpredictable and harder for guys to read.
They go 8 good quality rounds. The first fight tonight that goes the distance. So we've had 5 fights total. We're gonna have 1 more for you here on the YouTube portion, Golden Boy Fight Night. And let's look and see the results of what we've had. It started with Javier Mesa making his pro debut. He got a stoppage. Fabian Guzman got a stoppage. And Uhlices Reyes got the upset stoppage. Gael Cabrera, second round, took care of business. Rubalcaba goes the distance, and coming up next is going to be Jorge Chavez against Uruguay's Ruben Casero. 1 more fight to go here at Golden Boy Fight Night in Ontario.
Win a trip to BTBF versus Bivol, the rematch. Fight at Usyk versus Fury pay-per-view before December 22nd, and you could win a trip to Riyadh, including flights, accommodation, and tickets for you and a friend. Fight Usyk versus Fury 2. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing. Hey champ, I know why you're here. You're a born winner, the top dog. You have a proper punch on you. It only takes one, eh? But I know you're not all about throwing haymakers. You know your bobs from your weaves. And you know DAZN's got over 150 live events every year. Over 150. Proper stacked. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, the non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. DAZN, undisputed.
Live on DAZN, December 21st. Watch Usyk versus Fury 2 on the global home of boxing with unbeatable broadcast talent and special guests. Plus exclusive watch-alongs. Usyk versus Fury 2, December 21st. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
In the past 20 years, they have promoted legends in the sport of boxing. But now, Golden Boy and DAZN present the new era of boxing. And it's gonna be a knockout. Golden Boy Fight Night. Only on DAZN.
He started calling me out after my last loss. Definitely upset me a bit, motivated me like crazy.
I never care what the people say or what they think about me. I just try to do my work and prove inside the ring.
These two guys have needed to fight for a while. They are finally going to get it on.
Curiel using my name to build his legacy. But I'm here to tell him, be careful what you're asking.
What a performance from Alexis Rocha.
Rocha's time is over. Now he's just on his way.
Curiel, an absolute buzzsaw.
That will be, do I have them? You know what, I'm so excited I don't even turn my microphone on. Let me get this right. Beto Duran, Gabe Rosado, Darius Fulgham, DFG here ringside at Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. The last Golden Boy show of 2024. Darius, you've been on these shows. You know what it's like. Our main event though tonight, Raul Curiel, undefeated, going up against Alexis Rocha, who's got the experience. I'm not asking you to make a prediction, but what kind of fight do you think we're going to get?
Well, I tell you, you got a guy like Alexis Rocha. He came off a loss, and then he came back and redeemed himself phenomenally. He looked impressive his last fight. I'm excited to see how he's going to come out, and you got a guy like Raul Curiel who's hungry to prove a point, to make a mark for himself, and to take what Alexis Rocha's got. So you got two undefeated guys. I'm excited what it's going to come out to. Fans should be excited for what the outcome is, because you got guys that are fighting for their life and their careers on the line. So I'm excited to see what we're going to get.
5 o'clock. Live on DAZN, you'll be able to watch that show. This is our last one on YouTube, and at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, DAZN takes over. Grisham, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix will be on the broadcast for that one. But it'll also have Victor Morales opening up the show against Victor Ortiz, coming back off an injury. It's been a while for Victor Morales.
Yeah.
He's moving up 5 more pounds to a new division. This is a big opportunity for him. When you open up the DAZN show, it's special, Gabe.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And you're starting off the show, so it goes off of you. The energy flows off you, man. So it's a great opportunity for them.
Also, Marlana Esparza, Houston, Texas, just like DFG, will take on Areli Musinho. And then Scrappy, John Ramirez taking on Efrain Bowie, also from Houston. Everybody's from Houston. If you're from Houston, you're on this show tonight. But Cleveland's own Charles Bad News Conwell, that dude at 154, somebody to watch out, because he's ready to make a big splash in 2025. Let's look at the weigh-in from yesterday. Conwell taking on that man from Argentina, Gerardo Vergara, who's 20-0, 13 KOs.
153.
Conwell, 20-0, 15 KOs, and right at each other. Conwell doesn't talk much, but Gabe, we've seen him. He is bad news.
Yeah, man, he's all about business, man. He's a great boxer. Last time we saw him, man, he got the job done, finished the guy with a good knockout. It's a good fight.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. The man from Argentina. At the press conference, I said he has 13 KOs. He's like, I also got 20 wins, all right? Make sure you say I got 20. I got you, Argentina, but Charles Gunn will be a good one. That's coming up at the top of the hour. One more fight to go here on the YouTube portion. Let's look at the tail of the tape for our next scrap. The 6-1 for you here on YouTube. It'll be Jorge Chavez taking on Ruben Casero. Chavez, the younger fighter, taller with a slight reach advantage. Casero making his U.S. debut from Uruguay. All right, Jorge Chavez, 12-0, 8 KOs. A lot on the line for Chavez, signed a Golden Boy. All his fights have been on a Golden Boy show. signed him last year. They're testing him here against Casero. It's up to Chavez to put on a show. Joe Martinez, bring him out.
And here we go with our final preliminary bout this evening. 8 rounds of super bantamweight action. And first to make his way to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, from Uruguay, Ruben Casero.
Uruguay for Ruben Casero. U.S. debut, the only person with him is his trainer, Juan Brandi. That's it. No chief second, no cut man, no nothing. It's just that man and his trainer in the U.S. for the first time. He's had a big opportunity. 12-3, 4 KOs. We'll see if the stage is too big for him. Or is he gonna shine? He had no trouble making the weight. Coming into El Mariachi.
And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner, from Tijuana, Mexico, Jorge Chavez.
Born in Tijuana, raised in San Diego, Frontera kid, back and forth every weekend. Jorge Chavez, el Niño Dorado. He trains at the same gym as Alexis Rocha, got the same trainer, and Hector Lopez. Runs with Lex, who's going to be the main event tonight. But now it's Chavez time to put on a show. Will he perform?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're set to go once again. This is our final preliminary bout on the card tonight. 8 rounds in the super bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks trimmed in green. He weighed in 121 1/4 pounds. In 15 fights, he brings an outstanding record, standing at 12 victories, 3 defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout from Colonia, Uruguay. Here is Ruben Mariachi Casero. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trimmed in gold. He weighed in 121 1/2 pounds. In 12 fights, he stands perfect with 12 victories, no defeats, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Desde Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, el invicto Niño Dorado, Jorge Chavez. And your referee in charge of the action, Ruben Diagan, with the final instruction.
Muchachos, centro. Buena suerte, ¿eh? Ya les di las instrucciones a los dos ahí atrás, ¿ok? Protéjense a todos tiempos, obedezcan a todos tiempos. Buena suerte.
Ruben Diagan, the third man in the ring. Jerry Cantu, Ivan Guillermo, Jack Reese, your judges. Lorana Ganaway and Keenan Wright, your timekeepers. Our main fight here on the Golden Boy Fight Night YouTube page, getting ready to go. This one's scheduled for 8 rounds in the super bantamweight division. Jorge Chavez, El Niño Dorado, has a good following in San Diego. He's 12-0, 8 KOs. He turned pro November of 2021 at the Honda Center. You were there, Gabe Rosado.
Yeah, man.
You know why you were there?
Was that the big fight?
You fought Jaime Munguia.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You were working. You fought Munguia that card. He was the first fight of the night, and he got a stoppage.
Chavez landed a nice, strong jab in it, and I could tell that it bucked Casero a bit.
Casero from Uruguay, but also fights in Argentina a lot. He's 31 years old, turned pro in 2015. He's had a slow way along his career. His nickname is El Mariachi because when he was in Uruguay, there was a program on TV where a guy would dress up like a mariachi and like just do all kinds of different skits, and he would act like that guy. I'm like, so you're a musician? He's like, no, it's just the name that the family gives you. You're stuck with it. It's a big opportunity for him. Although, what kind of fighter are you? He's like, I take my time. Okay.
Well, he looks in good shape physically.
Yeah.
But that he doesn't have good timing yet. He's the couple of jabs that he's thrown is off by a lot. He's not even close to landing these jabs. So, he's really not in the rhythm right now.
Darius, does he look a little timid, Mariachi, in the green and white?
Honestly, for me, it's too early to tell. One thing I can tell you, though, is that Chavez is starting to apply a lot of great pressure. You see Casero moving around, using his feet, moving around the ring. I'm interested to see if Chavez is going to be able to, what a great shot. If Chavez is going to be able to cut the ring off and put him in a position to let some real punches fly. Starting off with a really nice jab so far, though. But optimally, he got him in a great position right now. If he steps to the right, he could have had him in a good position in the corner. I'd just like to see a little more ring generalship from Chavez right now, but, I mean, he's asserting himself really well right now.
Chavez brought up on the Go the Boy Fight Night shows that we do in Southern California. Give young fighters an opportunity to shine on a bigger stage. It's the development of them. He's 24 years old, is Chavez, in white and gold. I don't think Casero wants to engage with him at all.
Oh, that's why! Because he got dropped hard.
Chavez with the big right hand, dropping the Uruguayan fighter, who is wobbling. 10 seconds to go in the round.
Let's go, Bouts.
Chavez attacking. Chavez drops him again for the second time.
Let's go. We're good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That was not a knockdown.
That was not a knockdown.
They didn't call it a knockdown. I think the ropes did help save him.
Oh, wait. No, it is a knockdown.
The ref literally just said it wasn't a knockdown, but we're calling it a count.
The round is over.
Let's go.
The reality is that it was a knockdown.
Yeah.
So to clarify, he counted that as a knockdown, so there was 2 knockdowns.
Yeah, so it was a 10-7 round.
Because the ropes held him up.
The rope, yeah.
If there was no ropes, he's coming right to us.
Yeah. And what set up that knockdown from Chavez was he was jabbing, kind of luring Casero into the trap, and then he just snuck that quick right hand on him.
It was perfect timing too, because Casero kept going the same direction every single time, and then Chavez set the trap with those jabs, like he said, and the right hand just followed.
And what Chavez did in that round is what I would have liked to see Ruben Casero did in the last fight, was the setup, where the guy don't see the shot coming, you just sneak it on him.
All right, let's look at the highlights of the knockdowns.
Perfect. See, that shot was perfect, Casero was jabbing, and Chavez came right off the top.
And this is the one that was rolled second.
Right there, he went down. The rope held him up.
There it is. So Rudy explained that the ropes held him up.
Yeah.
Second round. Casero, he's still wobbly.
Yeah, his legs look very stiff still right now.
And Chavez looks very sharp.
Yep. Chavez got to read the body language now. It could be a good opportunity to get him out, but he still don't want to rush it, because Casero is still very dangerous early in the fight, and you don't want to get caught sleeping.
Casero with a really high guard now in the white and green. Chavez staying patient. Chavez learned a lot about himself after getting dropped for the first time in his career in 2022 in San Diego, where he went down to the first, and he ended up knocking down his opponent in the first. After that, he made the switch to go to Hector Lopez. He said he needed to take the career serious, because for that fight, an hour before he was supposed to be in the locker room, he was handing out tickets.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I wasn't taking it serious. Now with TKO boxing, I am. And you see the difference in him.
You know, this professional boxing isn't just about everything in the ring. There's so much that goes outside of the ring that we got to be mindful of. You know, we're putting our energy to a lot of other places when the only thing that matters is how you perform in the ring. That's a good learning lesson he was able to learn early in his career.
I like how he's taking his time. You know, he's not rushing into it, getting hit with anything stupid.
Casero with the
Just
body
taking his
shot.
time. Yeah, because you got to be careful. It's still early in the fight.
Yep.
You know, I think Casero's best bet is to, you know, kind of be aggressive. You know, right now he's just trying to recover from that first round.
Yeah. Welcome to the United States. In Casero's 3 losses, he's been stopped once, but that was back in 2018.
Chavez been throwing it.
Froze him with that one.
Now picking up the pace as Chavez with a minute to go in the second.
What Chavez could do is split him down the middle with an uppercut.
He heard you, Gabe. There was one there.
Yep.
Looking at Casero's guard, too. It's a very high guard. You know, Chavez has been throwing a lot of jabs, but I still want to see a good stab jab to the body. That's something, me personally, I would love to see. But just based on that high guard, there's some good body shots I feel like Chavez could take advantage of.
Now, Casero is winging punches, and he's landing every now and then. When you're going to get a fighter who said, all I ever wanted to do was fight in the United States, a big opportunity. You know, I asked you, Darius, you know, was he timid or was he too tense in the beginning of the fight? Well, you get knocked down a couple of times, you wake up.
You have no choice.
10 segundos, 10 seconds, 10 segundos. Para la campana.
Good fight starting to warm up between Chavez and Casero. Top of the hour on DAZN. You'll be able to see Alexis, Rocha, Raul, Curiel. 5 o'clock. No more YouTube. 5 o'clock, you'll need the DAZN app. You see Juan Brandi, his trainer. Look at the highlights from that round, Darius.
Man, this is a good timing right hand that Chavez landed. The thing I'm curious about Casero in this round and in this fight is I don't feel like he's doing anything to necessarily win right now. You know, he got hurt early in the first round, got dropped twice. This could have been a recovery round, but I would like to see Casero bring a little bit more this round to actually try to win this fight. Right now, Chavez is in control.
If you're Chavez, what do you tell him, Gabe?
I mean, Chavez, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, jab, stay patient. Right here, you can see that Chavez, his energy is a little more, high pace, where it looks like he's going to let his hands go a little more. But, you know, Casero, he's not really, for me, he needs to apply more pressure. You know, he's not fast enough to be in the outside and box from the outside.
And that guard stays super high.
Yeah, that's why I really want to see. There we go. There's the body shot. What a great hook that he
Body
landed.
shot and a hook from Chavez.
And since his guard is so high, Chavez just needs to rip the body.
Rip the body. At least want to see the body a little bit more because I just want to see if Casero is even responsible enough to drop the elbow to make sure you can defend it. But right now he has his elbow so high.
And one thing that Chavez, you know, is a slight adjustment is cut the ring off because he's following Casero.
Yeah.
You know, Casero, Chavez is following him, going to the left. He needs to cut him off to the right, force him in the corner.
Earlier tonight, we saw Gael Cabrera with a second-round KO. Cabrera is Chavez's sparring partner. So those two go back and forth. But, you know, there's some wars there.
You know, sometimes they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. One thing that Chavez keeps catching Casero with is every time Casero throws that jab, he's shifting over to his left, and he's able to slip inside and land a nice right hand. It's the same shot that he dropped him with. He's landed a couple times so far, and it seems like Casero hasn't made an adjustment to it.
He's in the corner. That's not a good spot for Casero. Leaping shot from Casero, and he gets countered.
Yeah, I like Chavez more to stay in the inside. And just as he did right there, he was making Casero miss all those shots and then fire back.
Chavez, nice and in control. The white and gold.
Nice
that
shot.
same right hand, he landed really beautifully.
Even with that high guard.
Well, when he's throwing it because Casero throws a lazy jab. Yep. So Chavez is countering him off the top.
Every now and then Casero counters. Right hand got through. Body work.
Yeah, Casero is just pretty much like on survival mode. He's not really even doing anything.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been first at all tonight. 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds. Para la campana. Tiempo.
Bethel Durant, Gabe Rosado, Darius Full Jump, DFG here as we close out 2024. Golden Boy Promotions with a stacked card. Already 5 more to go later on. And there's Hector Lopez and Cutman C, who are going to be busy tonight. They'll be having Alexis Rocha later on in the main event. They've already had victories for Gael Cabrera. Another excellent round for El Niño Dorado Chavez.
And this is what like Chavez should just keep pressing Casero right there to the ropes and just stay in the inside and roll and throw shots, roll, throw shots, catch, counter. Because the thing, Casero's too slow.
No.
I mean, he doesn't have good hand speed, so Chavez, he has the ability to just work the inside, slip and shoot, catch and shoot.
I normally don't do this, but Gabe, should this fight go the distance?
Well, the thing is, Chavez could stop him by setting traps. So Chavez could throw a right hand slow, just to bait Casero to counter, and then you shoot the big shot. So you throw a right hand kind of like you're throwing a jab. You throw it out there for a bait, make Casero respond to that shot, and then you throw a fire shot right behind.
Gabe, I was going to follow up and ask you that same question because one thing I always say, guys that are experienced, it's very hard to get him out of there. If a guy wants to survive, he can survive.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like Casero's doing. Sometimes, I've done this before, like for Chavez, he's in complete control of this fight right now.
For sure.
And do you allow Casero to build a little confidence to open up, to land the big shots, to try to get the knockout? Or do you just keep doing what you're doing and keep peppering and dominating them like this?
Yeah,
you know?
so Chavez, he's actually, this is a good pace. And this is what I like to see him do. But what I'm saying is, if you want to land something clean, because see right here, it's harder for him to get something clean.
Yep.
What I mean is, when you want to get something clean, you bait him.
Yep.
So you bait him with something soft, but you stay defensively responsible, right? You don't bait him and get caught with something. You just kind of just throw the bait, make him fire, and then shoot right in between.
Now, if you're Chavez, remember, Gabe, we said this in the beginning.
Yeah.
You treat it like you're the main event. Oscar's watching. Bernard's watching. You want to get to become the main event on a Saturday night. You can't coast to a victory either.
No, for sure. And Chavez is not coasting.
Of course not.
He's working. He's working. He's letting his hands go. Good jab. Good body shot. He's going up and down. But in order for him to land something clean and powerful that's going to hurt Casero, is you kind of got to make Casero feel comfortable where he can fire. Yeah, you got to stay there in the pocket. You drop that lead hand, you make him feel that he has an opening to throw a right hand, and then you just counter him immediately. It's setting traps pretty much.
And
right here, feint him and see if he reacts to a feint. Because right here, it's really hard to fight a guy that's on survival mode and has his guard up and is not doing anything.
The guy got dropped hard twice in the opening round. It was scheduled for 8 rounds.
Nice head movement right there.
Nice, beautiful defense. Sometimes I feel like those are just like those wasted opportunities, and you finally got them to open up, and you weren't in a position to capitalize on it.
Yeah, it was like row.
Yeah.
You know, make them pay.
Tiempo.
Two good corners. Again, Hector Lopez, veteran fighter. Also had Alexis' brother, Ronnie Rio. So that's where a fighter like Chavez, who's 24 years old, learning, okay, you know you can win, but it's how to break down somebody, right, Gabe?
For sure.
This is the fourth fight of the year for Chavez, and Chavez started it off against my favorite fighter, Duel Ogin, the Road Warrior, who Duel gave him all he could as he went the distance with him, 6 rounds. But Duel knocked down Chavez in the first round. Another one where Chavez said, I just wasn't locked in. It's like, don't sleep on these guys, and you have the eye opening. You can't, at times, get too cocky.
Yeah.
Because the sport will humble you, Gabe.
No, for sure.
This is a very humbling sport, honestly.
And then he came back and knocked out Sharon Carter on that Sugar Ray.
Nice uppercut.
Nice right uppercut.
Sugar Ray card, and then he beat Riku Katani in July.
And see, that right uppercut busted up Casero right now. And the good thing about him landing that right uppercut is now it's going to set up the straight right hand off the top. Because now Casero's thinking about that uppercut.
Yeah, he's leaking pretty bad.
Yeah,
and
that uppercut he threw was very creative, too. I haven't seen that look from Chavez so far, and I think that's why I was able to be so effective. What a nice
and then
shot.
Casero
What a
answers
nice
with
shot.
that. It's, every now and then he'll throw one of those.
You know, and the thing is, Chavez should jab to the body, because the jab to the body is set up something up top.
And that nose is busted
that nose
from
is
Casero.
broke. That nose is broke.
He's leaking. He's dripping. He's all over the place. And if you're Chavez, you got to jump on it. And Casero is desperate right now. He's in survival mode.
Yeah, Chavez should look for that right uppercut again. Right there, bait Casero to throw a jab and shoot right underneath that jab. See Casero through that jab. It's an opportunity to catch him right there between it.
A minute to go in the 5th round.
And this is what Casero's doing right now is like he ain't really.
Oh, the blood went flying everywhere. Oh, yeah.
You want to do this, though?
So when you sit ringside, you always wear dark colors because you don't wear white, Darius Folger. Welcome to being a broadcaster. Blood goes everywhere. And great job by Chavez. That was a good smack. Yeah, I don't know if Casero's
and look, when you got a guy's nose busted like that, you want to step in with that jab like a shotgun, because you want to irritate that injury. Man, a jab right there on that nose, man, I'm telling you, it hurts.
But just breathing right now hurts with your Casero.
But you want to constantly be pumping that jab, pump that jab, pump that jab.
Another solid round for El Niño Dorado, Jorge Chavez. He's controlling this fight. Our main event here on the Golden Boy YouTube page. They go immediately go to the nose.
His nose is broke.
Casero grabbed the towel himself.
That's a broken nose, man.
Let's look at the highlights. We can see that shot.
That was a nice short left hook right there by Chavez.
Probably a good look at that uppercut, man. That uppercut was so nice.
Yeah, man.
And Chavez has thrown some really nice shots tonight. He's like really sharp.
Yeah, he has. if I had to give my one critique, it's something that even Gabe said about just the jab to the body. Like, you know, obviously now at this point of the fight, you know, the jab is to set up things later in the fight, but he sees blood, right?
Yeah.
And when you see blood in time now, you want to land some big, heavy shots.
Yeah.
But still, that jab to the body is the one thing I wish you would have established early, because I mean, right now as I'm looking at it, it looks so open.
Yeah, especially with Casero's guard being so high.
So I asked Juan Brandi, the trainer for Casero, like, is it broken? He's like, no. He said, but the reaction, Gabe, there's concern.
When the nose when the nose bleeds like that, is broken.
All right. For Chavez right now, he's controlled them. So he knocked down Casero twice in the first. Controlling this fight, been sharp, breaking down the fighter from Uruguay, who's making his U.S. debut. Well, welcome to the U.S., young man.
And you know, for Chavez, man, just put that jab on overload right now. It don't even got to be a hard jab. Just keep sticking it, because just any amount of pressure on that nose is just gonna open up so many opportunities for him to throw combinations and get Casero out of there.
You ever had your nose broken?
You know what? I've had it fractured. I guess that's broken, right?
Dr. Rosado over here.
Yeah. But you know what, man? I only experienced it one time in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
So out of almost 50 fights, man, I've only experienced it one time.
And then Casero, every now and then, that overhand right lands. But it's a desperate shot that he's taking.
And right there, man, see that jab that Chavez just threw, man? Just keep that jab going.
Like double and triple?
Yeah. Because now, you know, you got an advantage now with this guy having a broken nose. You know, the jab can be effortless.
Yeah, I agree. You got to keep peppering it.
Yeah, just man, you don't even got to throw hard. Just keep tapping the nose, tap, tap.
Going upstairs is Chavez, a minute to go in the round. He peppered it, and then more blood came down.
Yeah, it's good pressure. I like this pressure by Chavez, man.
Yeah,
keep going, keep going.
Because Casero's breathing through his mouth right now.
Man, a jab to the body would set up a big right hand up top, because it's something that Casero hasn't seen. So it'd be like something new something new that Chavez would bring to the table.
And I'm just curious what Casero's response would be to it. You know, I just want to see if his defense changes at all, how he responds or reacts to it.
Overhand right, left hook from Chavez.
That right hand has been on repeat. Another great uppercut, too.
10 seconds to go in round number 6. Chavez controlling the fight against Casero. Man, what a bloody mess.
Gabe, how frustrated do you think Chavez is the fact that he's not been able to get this guy out of here yet?
You know what, man? I think he is a little frustrated, you know what I mean? Because he's, you know, you catching this guy with so many clean shots, and he's still there standing, man. But I think it's just a matter of him just making a slight adjustment.
I agree. Look at Chavez. He got two knockdowns in the first round. He's got the guy's nose blood. He's landing some nice shots. He's got him in a good position right here in the ropes in the corner. And here goes a nice right hand.
That was a nice hook right there, too. You know, pretty much Chavez already did the job as far as breaking Casero down. Now it's a matter of him making that adjustment and showing that he got that killer instinct and he knows how to finish a guy.
Round number 7. Chavez trains with tonight's main event fighter, Alexis Rocha. But there's also a good camp house. He has Golden Boy prospects Gael Cabrera with him, Johnny Cañas with him. So it's become a real competitive atmosphere, and that they all go back and say, this is what I did in my fight. This is what I did. What are you going to do? It's closing the show that matters.
I like this bounce that Chavez is having, and I hope he fires off of it, man, because it definitely sets something up. See that bounce right there? He can shoot off of that bounce. 1-2, 1-2. See, this is good. He's making an adjustment because he's trying to land something clean and flush.
This is where he's
and that
stepping
bounce is
in.
good. See that jab?
Yeah.
That jab landed because of that bounce. The bounce is distracting Casero. See these little pecking shots? They ain't nothing on them, but they're doing damage. See, Casero's on the back leg now.
And this is a lot different rhythm change than Chavez has been doing the entire fight.
Yep.
So it has just a nice little wrinkle where Casero's kind of got adapted to the typical rhythm that Chavez has been doing this entire fight.
Yep.
Now it's something new he has to adjust to.
Yep.
Very hard to do when your nose is gushing blood like this.
That left hook opened up the nose even more.
What Chavez is doing is exactly what I want to see.
Little Polo, look at him.
And
he's feeling himself.
And you know what I like? He ain't trying to land it in hard. He just patting away, patting away. It's perfect. It's exactly what he needed to do.
A bloody mess is Casero's face.
It's a matter for the ref. It's a matter of time for the ref to stop this fight.
Survival mode for Casero.
And see, this is effortless. Chavez he don't even got to waste energy.
None.
It's just tapping, 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 tapping.
This is what you're asking for the last couple rounds. And he's just chipping into another gear.
I'm glad he noticed and made the adjustment. Because look at Casero's nose now. It's proof. It's proof that you don't really got to sit on hard shots.
Yeah, the damage has already been done.
Yep, the damage is done. Just keep touching that nose, touching that injury. Nice. See, and now the big shots follow up.
Excellent work. The evolution of a fighter, the maturity of a fighter. You're seeing it right now.
Nice.
You
See,
can hear
I like that bounce. I like that bounce.
From the other side of the ring, you heard Hector say, mix it up.
Right back. Get right back. There we go.
Leaping
tap. Throw that jab. Keep the jab going. Nice.
Good work. He's having a lot of fun in there, Chavez.
See, you don't want to give Casero no chance to breathe. Just stay on him, man.
And Chavez is still being responsible defensively too.
Yep.
I mean, look at his feet. His feet are still active. He's taking short steps back, controlling the range.
Switching to southpaw now.
It looks like he's having fun now.
It's a really good round for Chavez.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Man, that was a good round for Chavez, man. Just pecking away, throwing good shots, busting up Casero.
There was a sequence there where Chavez hit him. Blood went flying. Casero had his mouth open. You saw the blood go into his mouth. So he swallowed his own blood. I mean, this is a tough dude right here. But he just knotted up against a really talented Jorge Chavez. Like, nah, I don't even want that water right now.
I don't like the job his corner did, man. They let their man bloody his head. You got to clean that off, man.
Well, he showed up with just a trainer. He had to pick somebody up to even be there.
Oh, man.
8th and final round. Reminder, at the top of the hour, you need the DAZN app to see Rocha and Curiel. Can his stablemate, Jorge Chavez, close the show? He knocked down Casero twice in the first.
And I like what Chavez is doing, right back to it. Just tapping, pecking away, staying busy. And the big shot to come eventually. Every shot don't got to be hard.
Good work from Jorge Chavez and Niño Dorado as he progresses in his career. The development of a young fighter, always important, as Darius Fulgham is known. Darius, we going to 10 rounds pretty soon for you?
Huh?
You go to 10 rounds pretty soon?
What do you mean?
Like you're going to be a 10-round fighter?
I've already fought 10 rounds.
Yeah, but you don't go 10 rounds, man.
Yeah.
Darius Fulgham, you'll see him in action in 2025. A lot of big plans for the 168-pounder from Houston, Texas.
And this is such a great fight for Chavez. You got a guy that's so durable, you know. And it's always great to see a guy that can make the adjustments. I mean, like Gabe was just talking about in the last round, he made the adjustments needed to really add a lot more damage and accumulate a lot more damage on the Casero.
Yeah, and I like this slipping. And he's eventually setting it up to fire back off that slip. And look, man, props to Casero because
He ain't cooperating.
Oh, he's tough.
You know what I mean? He's staying in there. He's tough. Just taking a beating, but
yeah, the doctors will be checking him out afterwards. And it's a long flight to Argentina. They connected through Panama to get here.
Oh, wow.
14 hours. So you're going to fly back home with a busted nose like that? And some wounds?
And when the nose gets busted up like that, the next day the eyes get real puffy.
The black eyes?
Yep.
To go with the ones that Chavez already landed.
Nice
I
work.
don't know how much Casero's feeling this now, but yeah, he'll definitely feel it tomorrow.
That dude is just tough. Because Chavez is unloading. Chavez throwing some good punches. 30 seconds to go in the fight.
Nice.
I
love these combinations from Chavez, man. It's like,
nice
shot. Call, he said.
And every now and then he'll land one.
Yeah, but look, he's right back at it. He's right back at it.
Fun fight. Good fight. Jorge Chavez and Casero put on a good show for the fans here in Ontario. 8 good rounds. Respect between the two. Chavez drops Casero twice in the opening round, and my partner Gabe Rosado clapping. You gotta love that, respect that one.
No, for sure, man.
And immediately just get to that nose. Like before you go hug anybody and shake anybody's hands, clean up that nose for Casero.
Yeah, please. We don't need us sharing blood, please.
And Niño De Oro doesn't get the stoppage, but the development is really, really progressing for him, Gabe.
For sure, man. You know, just the counters, taking his time, being patient, applying pressure when it's time to apply pressure. You know what I mean? Really, really good stuff.
And that dude right there, respect him. Saludos to la gente en Uruguay que está mirando, but that is a tough man. I didn't think we'd get this far, especially after he got dropped twice hard at the end of the round. And you see it, his Chavez's trainer Hector Lopez like, just told him, man, you're tough. Like,
got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah. Joe Martinez, our ring announcer, ready to make it official.
Well, fight fans, after 8 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges see it, 80-70. Your winner by unanimous decision. He is still undefeated, El Niño De Oro, Jorge Chavez.
Win number 13 for Jorge Chavez. Look good. Look good. Darius full jump. All right. When are we going to see you back in the ring?
Hopefully very soon. I can't give you a date just yet. I'm hoping to get a date and an opponent locked in, but I'm just ready to keep progressing 2025 and up in the levels of the opposition like that.
All right, Darius, appreciate you joining us tonight. Good luck to you. Gabe Rosado, let's close out this show as we saw the highlights of this one between El Niño De Oro, Jorge Chavez, and Uruguay's Ruben Casero. Right away, it was Chavez.
Yeah, man. You know, Chavez landed that big overhand right counter. Another big right-handed knocked out Casero to the ropes. And, you know, Casero was making it difficult because he turned into survival mode, high guard, backing up. And Chavez quickly made the adjustment in the middle rounds and really busted up Casero. For Casero to survive the fight is impressive. He took a beating.
All right, 6 good fights. They started off with KO, 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 and then the last 2 with the distance, but good fight for Ricardo Rubalcaba and Jorge Chavez, but impressive. Javier Mesa, Fabian Guzman, and the big one, though, Uhlices Reyes comes from Nebraska. Upsets Joshua Garcia, and Gael Cabrera also with a KO. 6 fights done. Now 5 more to go. 5 more fights, but you're going to need the DAZN app. Don't worry about it. We're done here on YouTube. 5 o'clock, DAZN is what you need to see Alexis Rocha against Raul Curiel. Also, Victor Morales gets it going. Arely Musinho, Marlene Esparza. Scrappy Ramirez, Efraim Bowie, and Charles Conwell. Bad news, don't sleep on that one against Geraldo Vergara in the co-feature. And of course, the main event, Alexis Rocha, Raul Curiel. My partner, Gabe Rosado, he's working on a fight with Berlanga. Let's do it.
Yeah, man, Puerto Rico, baby.
Send the contract.
Send that.
Gabe, always a pleasure working with you. Happy holidays to you, my man.
Same to
do
you,
a
bro.
great job here on the broadcast. For everybody behind the scenes, everybody in the truck production crew, fantastic work. For Oscar De La Hoya and the Golden Boy Promotions, I'm Beto Duran. Thanks for watching the Golden Boy YouTube page. We'll see you live on DAZN at 5 o'clock.
Wow. Drop them good right hand. Boom. And that's it. And it's over.
Golden Boy Fight Night, let's go.
Perfect. He's a power puncher. The kid got dynamite in his hands, and he showed his power.
That cleanly, that early. Good stoppage by the referee.
The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready.